What up, everybody? How's it going? Thank you for joining. Appreciate it. I'm not going to lie. I've been looking forward to this stream for a long time because it was my Jaws-centric stream. And then Metacom and Tamashii Nations has to go and screw it all up on me. So we got a lot to talk about today. Hopefully we can get this done within 2 hours, but I think this is probably a stream that's going to go for 3 hours. And I really would welcome a lot of you guys in the stream, in the chat, to voice your opinions. Let us know what you guys think about these figures. There's a little bit of FOMO going on, particularly with a couple of these figures. So hopefully we'll get everything sorted. We'll talk to a lot of people, get everybody's opinions, and then pray for the best when it comes to these figures that have been announced. So my kids are making a racket. They're getting ready for school. I apologize if it's too loud. But let's bring in some of our special co-hosts. Let's start with the debonair. Al, how you doing?
Hey, what's going on, guys? Yeah, I mean, holy crap. All of last night and this morning, what the hell is going on? I know what's going on. Our wallets are about to get hurt.
They're always getting hurt, man. It's a constant struggle.
Yep.
Oh, all right.
But yeah, just some crazy times coming up with the figure releases and pre-orders and whatnot.
Yep, definitely. All right, let's keep it moving. Keep this gravy train rolling with the maestro. That would be Ian. How you doing?
Bit disappointed, to be honest, mate, because you said we were having a stream for the greatest Spielberg movie ever made, and I put on my ET t-shirt, and it's freaking Jaws. What's that about?
Well, we all know that Jaws is his best film. We know that.
We don't.
We know it.
Yeah, I don't have a Jaws tee, so
wait a second. Can I just interject? I was on Instagram and Ian was at Lush in, I'm gonna say Ikebukuro.
Oh no, I wasn't there. That was a Father's Day gift.
Oh, okay. Cause man, I need that.
Yeah, Lush have an ET. It's the funny thing was my wife bought it for Father's Day with my kids, and then she had it in it's like an ET, and you get a basket and you get the blanket, and apparently she was like shopping late and she dropped the bag. So like on Father's Day, she gives me 2 Lush bags, and then she goes, open this one first, and then the second one was just destroyed ET, and then the first one was the actual.
Now it's a bubble bath, right?
It's a bubble bath,
yeah.
I don't think there's nothing inside. I don't think the Turtles one had like a little crappy thing inside, but there's nothing inside.
Did you use it?
No, not yet. I don't really take baths. The good thing is,
you live in Japan. What do you mean?
I just take a shower. I can't be bothered. When your kids are small, like they take baths, but when they get a bit bigger, it becomes less of a thing. I think.
Is the water too deep for you?
Well, those baths. That's the thing, right? The baths are like this. They're kind of like short for me. I don't know how you get in those things because they're like small. They're kind of
But
yeah.
Hold on a second. I gotta find my phone. Give me a second. I'm inundated and surrounded by all of these shipping notices that I've had to, relay to people, EMS, for all these figures that I've been shipping out. I apologize if what I'm supposed to ship out to you hasn't gone out. Not conducive to people's working schedules at all. So when you got to go to the post office, when you got to go to the bank, it ain't easy. And when you're working, it.
I don't know how you do it.
If I haven't gotten your stuff out, I apologize. I am doing my best. It's just a matter of making time. So I will get it. Don't worry. I got your stuff. Don't worry. And let's welcome our next guest. He's a guy who's been around, hasn't been around in a while, but he's always lurking. That is
always lurking.
Tarek is here.
What's going on, fellas? How we feeling?
How's everybody doing?
Yo, man. Long
Pretty
time.
good. Yeah, man. It's been a while. I've been working and getting stuff. So, and you guys know, for me, it's 1 in the morning now. So usually I have to be up around 5, 6. So kind of hard to be up till 4.
Yeah. Man.
So yeah.
Yeah.
But exciting news coming up. I'm excited about all this.
Yeah, I mean, I went to bed, I woke up, I checked my phone, and my phone blew up overnight. Blew up.
Well, yeah,
Hey,
you
man,
guys are gonna have
can
to
you
show me some of this stuff, man. I mean, I woke up at 8. I woke up like less than an hour ago, and then I just saw some of your messages, but there's no photos, man. So I'm looking forward to seeing some of those photos.
You haven't seen any?
I've just seen a couple of things, but I haven't seen everything. Yeah, couldn't find. I ain't that time.
Give me a second. I gotta message somebody. But what's going on, Sneaky, with your photography? Anything we should be looking out for? I know you've been working on some stuff.
Just been doing a couple of collabs with different photo groups on Instagram. So yeah, there should be one. I just posted one up the other day. It was like a Justice League theme. So I used the Mafex Hush, Batman, Superman. There's going to be another collab this week, which should be posted at the end of the week. I don't want to say what it is yet because, you know, it's not for me to say until it's all ready to go. But yeah, just been looking to getting more into it.
Okay, very good, very good. It's funny how, you know, one aspect of our collecting opens the door to other things. And, you know, Al is a perfect example of that. You know, you collect one thing, you move, you change, you pivot, and you go into something else. And then you catch the bug. With Al, it was photography.
Mm-hmm.
And it's great because, at least for me, I mean, I've always liked toy photography, but I've never partaken in it. But I'm getting to know a lot more of the toy photographers through Al, which is opening up a lot of great ideas when it comes to posing figures, because you know I suck at it. so it's great. It's nice to see how people's imagination is wild with photography. So it's always good.
Yeah.
So anyway,
yeah,
let's keep this thing going. So Ian says he's all in for the whole stream. That is awesome news, Ian. We're trying to do 3 hours today. Hopefully we'll get through. Start off with Mark. Mark, what's going on?
Have a job, dude.
God, yo, you know you're always here for this. He traveled back in time. Not in kind, but for something far more important. That Mafex was making more Terminators. This is great news, super great news. I know a lot of us were disappointed last summer when we saw the figures and there was nothing new for the Terminator, nothing new Robocop, but I think especially for the Terminator. And to see that we're getting all these new figures now is great. You know, I think people are old and Star Wars and DC'd out. You know, there's a lot more stuff out there that people love that doesn't get enough love from the toy companies because not the big three. So always great to see that stuff.
It's dope that they put a 2-pack in there too.
Yeah, the two pack.
It's really rare that they do that. Yeah. Is that their first 2-pack actually?
That Batman and Robin.
Yeah, the Dark Knight.
Yeah.
We're getting a 2-pack Shakur? Wow, I can't wait for that, man.
Yeah, you know, if anybody would do it, it would be them. So
yeah, I would love some musical icons in 1/12.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah. You know, Kurt Cobain over here, you know.
Oh, yeah, we could use them in 1/12, yeah. So that way I don't miss the
we
boat.
could. Yeah. Just like me with Inot in the Lord of the Rings. Like give us that stuff in 1/12. So I don't feel bad about missing the 1/6.
He comes headless.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right.
So you want to tell people what you're holding? I don't think you've told everybody yet.
Oh, Muff Toys. Was it Kryptonite Seeker? I believe is what they call him, aka Nightmare Batman. Literally just came in as we were about to start the stream, so I'm just kind of messing around and opening it up. But yeah, I mean, holy crap! This basically looks like a Hot Toys in 1/12 already.
Is that wired?
Yeah, it's wired too.
Oh,
It's like
nice.
it's slight wired. It's not. It doesn't seem like everything's wired, but yeah, it's kind of wired. I think. Yeah.
So Al can attest. Al can attest because he's got it in front of him, and the camera can't pick it up. But the detail on the coat is incredible.
Oh yeah.
Incredible.
It's super. You can even feel the weathering on it. Like it's just not the looks. It actually feels like an old duster.
Oh, wow.
The stitching is awesome. The little buttons are awesome. I mean, it's so good.
Yeah, this thing's
so yeah.
thing's
Not
good.
even 2 days, and those two companies are dropping heat. Kaiju Kitty, what's going on? Kaiju Kitty is joining us next week. Everybody, stay tuned. That's going to be a great stream. Tamashii Nations screwing in. Color me shocked. Are we talking about the color or are we talking about the size? Because we'll get into both later, but I don't know. So Ricardo, what's up, guys? Good morning, Ricardo. Austin, how you doing? How'd you find yourself in here? It's crazy. E.T. slays. I don't know what Kaiju's on about. I didn't say E.T.'s not a great movie. I didn't say that. But Jaws is Spielberg's best film. Without a doubt.
E.T.'s the greatest movie ever made.
A doubt. What is?
E.T.
E.T. KJ, what's going on, man? Hopefully we can get KJ reeled in today. Justin McFly, positive vibes. Come along for the ride. The Collector. Did I hit FOMO? You did. FOMO does exist. And we are going for 3 hours. So maybe if you put your clothes back on, you can join us. I don't know.
Where is he now?
He's in Florida. He's at Disney.
God damn. Look at this.
That's crazy.
That is Affleck.
I don't even know where mine is. Here it is. I found him.
It's really weird how it works with the Muff stuff. Like the Muff stuff's so easy to get, but then the Chaos stuff isn't. Like I wonder why that is. Is it numbers? Like there's Muff toy. There's Muff that Kryptonite Seekers. Like I mean, it's on Mercari here. Like pretty easy to pick up. It's online, you know.
Really?
But
yeah, you can get the Seeker pretty easily, but I don't know. Maybe they just figured that the comic stuff wouldn't sell as well as the movie stuff, and they underproduced it. Who knows? Did you win the $1 zillion and not KJ? Well, we'll see at the end. We'll see. Got to hit that like button to be eligible for the $1 zillion. So make sure everybody smashes it. Good. Try to hop on, man. Try to hop on. That'll be great. We need 2 Boston accents going. To
make sure to
the space-time continuum.
Yeah, make sure to turn on subtitles for the stream.
William Wallace. Yeah. William Wallace says be alive someday when they release Rogue and well, that Rogue should be releasing next month. Possibly August, but yeah, we'll see. Go ahead.
I thought someone said August. I thought I saw that it was going to be released in August.
So some of the will say August because it is releasing, for example, right now, Soldier Boy and the Deep are releasing on the 28th.
Okay.
That means people who order from these companies don't live in Japan. They're not going to get their stuff shipped out and delivered until August. So that's them telling their customers when to expect the release, when to expect them getting it. So I wouldn't put too much faith in those months when they put it out, because it's simply them saying, this is when we anticipate getting it to you. But you know, I mean, we all know how Medicom is with their MAFEX line. I mean, they delay everything, so who knows? But again, I mean, you know, I want to toot my horn a little bit here. I've been saying the delays are probably because they're gonna be doing some of these, and I said convention exclusives. I said that they were gonna do that, and I did say last stream, I said I have a feeling they're gonna do 3 figures this month, and they did. So with the 3 that are coming out, we'll talk about it in a bit, but that's definitely going to slow everything down. And then that Miles is coming out in August, so that's going to slow everything down, you know, because they're pushing that production ahead.
But that's it's Miles. You have the Terminator. You have Homelander, Scarlet, and the Batman.
So yeah, so the 3 event exclusives will be immediately available in July.
Okay.
And then that that Miles will be available in August, and then the Terminator figures will be available later.
Okay.
But again, we'll get to that in a minute. Your boys got toys. What up? What up? What up? What's going on, man? Thank you for joining. I appreciate it. Omar, good morning. Dosha is here. What's going on, man? Appreciate you joining. Love the niche stuff. Yes. Terminator, Wick, Berserker. I don't know if I'd call the Matrix niche, but I'm so looking forward to seeing that stuff next month. Incredibly excited for that.
Oh yeah,
they have to give us at least 3 teasers, right? Like at least 3. So
one has to be Neo.
Has to be Neo. One has to.
They got to start with at least Neo first. I mean, it
I'm
seems
gonna
like
be
they're
pissed if it's not Neo.
Yeah, I mean, they're working closely with a lot of Keanu properties, so I mean, I'm hoping it would be Neo first.
It's gonna be Morpheus, Trinity, and Agent.
Yeah.
It's like, what the
hopefully. So the rumors from the Marvel TV guy, 8. Yeah, they are indeed real. Listen, man, I ain't gonna just bring anybody on and start talking about stuff. Come on. Like, you know, people get vetted. You know, come on. Come on. So, and with that being said, you know, now people are looking back on those videos and looking and seeing what he was talking about. And, you know, he talked about some Star Wars stuff, potentially that we're going to see next month from Mafex. He talked about some stuff that we're going to start seeing from Figuarts. I'm hoping to get a little bit more information on the Figuarts front, maybe in a week or 2. We'll see. If I do get some news, I will absolutely share it. And, you know, we can kind of move forward there. But, you know, it's exciting news with all these companies kind of dropping this heat. And, you know, we had Joe Fest. We saw all those other parties, those other third-party companies, you know, original companies putting out some stuff that was beautiful figures, like absolutely killer. We have San Diego Comic-Con next month, too. I mean, God help our wallets, man. Seriously.
Yeah.
So top contender for figure of the year, I think we're talking about the Kryptonite Seeker, yes?
Yeah, I think he was talking about that. But
yeah.
Back up.
So just, let me pull you up. Just a reminder, guys, that we have our poll in the Facebook group. Don't Tell My Wife. We are doing what we consider the top figures of the year so far in 2025. So if you guys are in the group, make sure you vote. You can vote for your top 3 figures. You can add figures that aren't on the list if you want. We kind of want you to only vote for figures that you have in hand, right? Like if Al's holding the figure, or I'm holding the figure. I mean, you know, it's a little bit different than having it in hand. So try to vote for stuff that you have, or that you physically held or seen in front of your face, something like that. But that's an interesting pose.
Can Kryptonite Seeker do this?
Well, it could, but he might not recover. That's the thing.
Might tear these tight pants. You know, they're not stretchy material.
Yeah. So we're talking about the color seem inspired more by the actual MVC art. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, it seems that not even Tamashii is doing just the art. Even Hasbro with their War Machine that's coming out in that 2-pack, that one is inspired by the art. It's nothing like the in-game sprite, which was basically a recolored Iron Man. So I think that's what they're probably just going off of for all the companies.
Could be. Like I said, I'll try to get some information on, you know, kind of what the aesthetic is based on, and you know, we'll hopefully get some answers. Kaiju Kitty brings up an excellent point. The Thing is better than E.T. I will give you that. John Carpenter's 1982 masterpiece, The Thing.
Guys, if you keep this in ET, I'm out, man.
Excellent movie.
Like, ET is like it's the first movie I saw in the theater. It's the movie it's so important to me, man. You're killing me here. You're killing me.
Laser Pants was not invited. Laser Pants, we'll get to that in a moment too. Laser Pants, you know, he's only going to be invited to the big time, the big show. So Ryan might have an exclusive for giveaway. Giveaway when? Tonight? What are you talking about, Ryan?
Are you coming on?
Let's keep going through. Go to Joe Fest walkthrough video and write in comments, Kaiju P sitting down.
That's a great video. Have you seen that video? It's really good.
His walkthrough video is probably the best video he's ever done. And,
yeah,
and we all know why, because his son put it together. But with that being said, everybody, if you're watching the stream, show some support for the Collector. Go to his YouTube. It's just type in Duck Collector. You'll see that ugly mug of his. And
I got it. I'll link it in the chat.
Yeah, put it in. He's got about 7 subscribers, so you know that would help him out a lot.
And they're all paid for. He bought them all.
They're all bots.
I'm one of them though, so
yeah, I'm one of them too. So Open Please says he's excited about these releases. I'm telling you, man. So I was getting into. I woke up this morning. I woke up at 5, and I was cold from the air conditioner, and I just kind of peek at my phone, and I don't see anything from Al. I don't see anything from Derek. I don't see anything from Jason. I don't see anything from Ryan about these MAFEX drops. So I'm just I'm checking out different things, and I start seeing all these messages that people are sending me. Message after message after message after message. What's going on? Are these exclusives? Are they going to be available later? Can you get me one? Blah, 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 blah. Like, Jesus, what are they talking about? So I start looking, and I'm like, man, dropping the heat. And again, overnight.
Yeah,
I think we were more so focused trying to make sure it was on the page, and we weren't even talking about it in the group.
Yeah,
I was asleep. I woke up to all that news too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
so,
I woke up and I was like, "What is going on here?"
Yeah. So, I mean, we've talked about it. We've expected it. They had 5 missing numbers. They had to fill them in. So right now there's, I believe, 4 missing numbers filled with the miles and then the 3 exclusives.
Yeah, because they made that renewal
we're still
too.
missing 1. So with that being said, again, like they're releasing this information overnight. They're dropping the information overnight. And I'm happy it came from them instead of like, someone else. But
you think it's gonna be a renewal or like a new figure?
What is it? Say again.
You think it's gonna be like another renewal? This last one you're talking about, or you think it's gonna be like a?
Well, I think it'll probably be a renewal, and we've all been kind of clamoring for them to do a renewal version of the Scarlet Spider.
Yeah,
and they have. It's kind of in line with what we've asked for.
What you asked for is
well, I think everybody wanted some more coloring on it, some shading. I wanted cell shading, but they did it nonetheless. So that's great news. So that opens the door to other potential Spider-Man repaints, so to speak. So, but anyway, we'll get into that once we start talking about the figures. Great to see Mafex finally get ahead of CT with the reissues. Hopefully Brown Suit Wolverine is next. That's that white whale, man. I don't know if they ever going to release that. That's like me getting on Laser Pants' stream. Like, I don't know if it's ever going to happen. So we can get into that again. When we had the Marvel guy on, he talked about a lot of things. I encourage everybody to go watch the video. Some people have done streams talking about what we talked about on our stream, but they didn't really talk about everything. The guy talked about a lot of stuff, and he conveyed to me stuff that I then passed along because he had to go. He had, other obligations. But if you watch some of the recap videos from some of the other streamers, the ones that I've seen, none of them talked about everything. So whether it's Marvel or it's Star Wars or even a little bit of DC, there was stuff that was mentioned that not everybody covered. So if you want the whole lowdown, I encourage you guys to go watch the stream. It was a fun stream. It was a nice stream. And it's great to be able to get that kind of information ahead of time, because it stokes our imagination and everything else. So again, watch the stream. It was a good stream. Helps me out.
Figures is on it. He's in the chat.
He's got the Collins quick finger. Quick finger.
I also linked the video in the chat as well, in the live chat as well. So for anyone that needs to watch it, just click that link after this stream, of course.
Of course. So let's see, what else do we have? You think so?
I think
so. I don't have it.
People going crazy. I don't think most people don't have it yet.
Yeah, I don't have it either, but I can already just say, as a contender, it's going to be on a lot of people's list. Just with people going crazy over it.
Insane.
Ian,
posted.
Have you seen it anywhere?
How about what?
You're always looking around in stores. Have you seen it anywhere?
No, I haven't seen it anywhere. I thought it would have popped up maybe in Uchi-sen or somewhere, but it hasn't, not yet. So that place is crazy, man. Like, I was there yesterday, and because I had a health check, so I walked across over there. I wasn't expecting to go there, and like they have like a line of people waiting outside the stores now, all like foreign like tourists and stuff. So I don't know if they're resellers or tourists or what it is, but there's like people are waiting to enter those stores. So it's getting a bit worrying, like before you could walk in and find some kind of gems just that they've put out that day. But these days, man, like got to be there as the store opens.
Well, you gotta talk to the owners, man. You gotta build the relationship so they'll hold the figure for you, knowing who you are. You know what I mean? So
was that Toy Sapien or where was?
So he was at Uchi-sen, which is in Radio Kaikan in Akihabara. So it's one of the stores that Ian and I like to go to because they have a good range of like 1/6, 1/12, and some other stuff.
It's quite a small store, but they get pretty much everything. Well, quite a lot of kind of exclusive stuff or stuff that you wouldn't, stuff that you'd have to order from China and stuff. So they're good for that, for sure.
Yeah,
I just love watching the staff in there. There's this one guy who runs around like trying to catch people taking photos because you're not allowed to.
yes.
But now it's
Oh,
good.
really?
It's just like there's no photo signs everywhere, but like I mean, the thing is in Japan, it's a law that you have to have the camera sound on your phone. So the phones come with the camera sound. You can't turn it off. So if you got an iPhone and you're taking a photo, it's ching, like makes the noise.
You can't hide it.
You can't hide it. But now with all these tourists, like they've got silent cameras, man. So he's like like a ninja, like sneaking around trying to find these guys.
Like rappelling down. Like, where do you come from?
Yeah. So there's two main guys who work in the store. There's the older guy who's super chill, very cool, always helpful. And then there's the younger guy that Ian's talking about who's like, don't touch that, get away from there, don't take a picture. It's like, dude, chill out.
I love he pretends to be putting things out, but he hasn't got anything to put out. So he's picking it up and putting it back.
He's just looking
to
around.
like watch around to catch.
Yeah.
He's trying to earn his stripes, you know.
Like, bro, that box has been empty for like 2 hours now. There's nothing in the box. It's like, there's nothing in the box, bro.
Yeah. KJ needs that chaos soups. KJ, we're doing the waffle. You said you were gonna enter. Yeah, I don't know, man. That's on you, bro.
Wait, that's the one that's starting today, right? The chaos
what?
one? The chaos waffle starts today, right?
No, it started on Saturday, Sunday.
Wait. But that one's still open, right?
No, the Batman Triumphant closed.
Yeah, that
So
one
I had them running concurrently for a day.
Mm-hmm.
The Batman closed, and I wanted the Chaos to have like 2 weeks because sometimes I don't have disposable money this week. I can get it next week.
Yeah.
I don't want it running for just 1 week. 3 weeks is too long, and so I figured like 2 weeks is good. So I started it then, so it would coincide with us being able to do a stream and knock it out.
Nice. Okay, so that one ends this Sunday then.
What, the Chaos? No,
Chaos.
it'll be in 2 weeks.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah.
So
it just started this coming Sunday will be 1 week, and then the following one will be 2 weeks.
Okay.
By
You got time.
What's the chance of me winning?
What are the chances of you winning? Well, I mean, if you put $1,000 into it, I'd say you have a pretty good chance. But
I'm talking about like cost price. I'll pay the cost price, which is like what, 16 slots?
Well, let me say this. I have two of them. One is for Ryan. One is for the group. If you want to convince Ryan to be a good guy and let you have his, I'm not going to object to that. Just tell him, it's been a crushing year for you. You didn't get that Sakura Stormtrooper. You can't possibly deal with the baggage of not being able to get these two figures. Just tell him. He's not watching the stream. He wouldn't know. So, see what happens.
Ryan, I got a whole bunch of Valiverse figures for you if you wanna.
Have I picked the winners? You gotta watch the streams, dude. Of course I picked the winners. This guy, he's been like MIA for 3 months, and he's like, hey, nothing's happening. Ice Pirates is a classic. That's a great movie. That is a great movie. I have a prize wheel, and I will have at least one Joe Fest on it, and a pink Vanguard. I think he's alluding to right here.
And a vehicle, wow.
Maybe an Ollie's gift card. That'll come in a lot. That'll be very handy for Derek and Ian and myself. That Ollie's gift card.
I mean, I go home quite often, so.
You're going home this summer, right?
Yeah, I'm going home in August. But next year, I'm going to be home probably like 4 or 5 times, actually. So.
Yeah. All right, let's stop with that stuff. Let's get into it. I just want to talk about a couple things before we get into the figures. A reminder that Christmas in July for the channel members. is coming up. That'll be probably the end of July, and this will be for paid channel members. Again, paid membership is 99 cents a month. Helps the channel, helps pay for the streaming, helps, you know, do other things. And so I'll be giving away a bunch of things. Because I live in Japan, I want help with the shipping costs. So if you win, I ain't sending the shipping stuff out for free. You guys have to help out. But I will make an announcement on July 4th of the different stuff that I will have in the pool. Everything will be on a wheel. So it'll be last man standing for you if you're a channel member. And you get a spot for every month you've been a channel member in 2025. So if you've been a channel member January through July, you'll have 7 spots. Some people won extra spots through different things we did in the Facebook group. If you've been a channel member 1 month and you didn't renew, you get 1 spot. So with this, I'll make the announcement. I'll tell you what will be in the wheel. So we'll pick the winners and then, or the winner, and then we'll have a wheel that will spin with the prizes on it, and that'll determine what you get to make it a little bit more fun. I won't just pick one. I'll probably do like 2 or 3 so you can have your choice, but that's how we'll do it. So that'll be at the end of July. You still have time to join if you want to be a channel member. Again, helps out the channel. I do channel member streams, exclusive videos, content, that sort of thing. And it makes you eligible for these type of things. So just putting that out there if you want to join. And you should see the link down below here on the YouTube stream to join up. Now, with that being said, we have the Goldies coming up July, I believe, 7th. And we have a pretty big lineup of illuminaries who are going to be joining us. If you want to take a look, I don't want to give away names.
Ooh, all right.
Oh!
No, I'm just looking at the icons. That's all I'm doing.
Yeah, well, that's what I mean. That's what I mean. So
yeah,
somebody's finally getting invited to a stream, and it should be fun. So we'll talk about our top 10 pickups for 2025 so far. There'll be 1/6 stuff in there, 1/12 stuff in there. If you want to show something else that you got, a collectible, that's cool. We would appreciate people joining and let us know what you guys have picked up and letting us know, you know, what you guys consider your top figures of the year as well. So that'll be July 7th. And then again, the reminder that the National Defender, the Chaos Superman, we are doing the waffle for that in the group. So if you aren't a member of the Facebook group, you have to be a member to be able to join this. Yeah, so just go over. If you want to join the group and you're going based on this video, just reference when we ask you, how did you hear about the group? Say the live stream, Kaiju Daddy video, YouTube, that sort of thing, so we know that you're not a bot. This figure looks awesome. It's a great figure. A lot of people have been complaining about the figure, about the cape, about the arms. I haven't had any real issues. The cape comes off, but so did the Enoch Batman one. It would come off every now and then. I know some people said Adam body, like the arms are messed up or the stitching was ripping. I haven't had any issues. So, you know, there's always defective figures that come out for everything. This one, I haven't had any issues at all so far. So I'm just letting people know.
They're selling it on AliExpress for $200.
The National Defender?
Mm-hmm.
Holy crap, damn.
Yeah. So, I mean, this is sold out. It's sold out everywhere. I contacted Muff. They said, that's it. Nothing else coming. So if you see a retailer saying we're getting another wave, I wouldn't believe it. So, you know, this is your chance to get it if you want it. Right now, for me, it's in my top 5 for the year, possibly top 3. So it's a great figure. It's a really, really nice figure. So, you know, fear of missing out. This is an opportunity for people. So if you want it, go over to the Facebook group. And now we'll get into the figures. So we'll start off with Figuarts. Figuarts.
Jeez.
So, Al, what's your impression of this? What do you think?
Oh man, I'm all in. Again, I'm a sucker for Marvel versus Capcom stuff. And yeah, man, I think it looks great. I know there's some complaints, about the usual Tamashii stuff. For me, I don't really care too much about the off scaling as long as it's not too bad. Especially when you take photos or do dynamic poses, you won't really notice that stuff. So I'm all in on this. I've been finding a brand new love for Figuarts again with a lot of their stuff, and I'm actually kind of leaning towards them more than Mafex. I know someone else in this group or in this stream is also feeling the same way. But yeah, I'm all in for this.
Okay. Ian?
Yeah, just exactly the same as Al. I think it looks great. I mean, some people are saying about the colors. I love the colors. People are talking about his thong. I mean, I don't know, man. Like, I had the Spider-Man ones, and they have the kind of weird pants and stuff, but it does help with the articulation, man. And it's, once you get them posed up, you don't really notice it. Like, how else they're gonna do it? You can have the rubber nappy, or you can have some lines there, and I don't mind it, man. I like it. The size might be a thing, but for me, recently, like the figure art stuff is some of my favorite stuff. Like, the anime stuff that I've been picking up, the My Hero Academia figures, like they're just so much fun to play around with. The plastic feels good. You don't have any of those paint issues that you get in with the Mafex. And yeah, they're just all around great figures. So I'm all in for this. I've definitely stepped back from Mafex, especially with the pricing, and living in Japan, just be able to get this at a good price. It's a no-brainer for me. Like this is probably one of the most exciting figures that we've gotten this year for me. Like, as soon as I saw that, I'm like, man, I'm in love. This thing is beautiful, beautiful. Yeah, can't wait for this one.
This is due in November, right?
Yeah, it's really soon.
Yeah. Yeah, we don't have to wait like a whole year and a half for it either. So
yeah,
that's awesome.
But I mean, like that G-string look, that's just how they do their figures. And like Ian said, it's entirely for articulation on the figure. So, you give up some aesthetics for posability.
I'm glad it's not an online thing as well. Like, it's a general release. So
yeah,
it's gonna be really easy for people to get.
Well, one or two of them down the line will definitely be an online thing. We know that.
Yeah,
they're gonna hook us in and make us overpay. I want to make mention. I know some people have said something. I said last week or the week before, my building's internet is kind of being redone. So if my audio is kind of sketchy, it's probably because of the connection. They're supposed to be fixing it, and hopefully it'll be done by next month. But I've definitely had some hiccups with my video and my audio over the past month, so I apologize. Please don't leave. Just, I'm sorry. Now, Derek, what's your take on this?
When I initially saw it, I loved it. But the height, if it's gonna be shorter than as short as it's saying it is, it might be an issue for me, because I don't know. I'm kind of don't want to collect too much of the same thing. So, like, I mean, if I have the Mafex and I love the size, and it's, I'd rather continue to collect X-Men, do Mafex. But I don't know, it looks beautiful. I love the color. You guys know how I feel about figure arts. Like, I've always loved figure arts and how they do stuff. And even if it's shorter, but I mean, what's the the thing about that? If they're gonna finish the collection, but like, how long is that gonna take? Or like, are they gonna redo Ryu and all those other characters? So that'd be good to see. But I'm definitely I'm more than likely gonna get the first one, which is the Cyclops. But then after that, like, we'll see. You know.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, every line is kind of a, you know, what's the next figure going to be like? You need that quality maintained. When you start seeing a drop off, that's usually the sign to jump off it.
Yeah.
But I mean, the size on this, as you know, as was mentioned, it's not even scaling well with other Figuarts, which is baffling.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
That's
like the thing is that what's confusing is like we just got those. We're getting the Spider-Verse stuff, and they're huge.
They're huge. Right?
I mean, the Noir just came in, and it's taller than Peter.
Yeah,
Peter
That's
B.
crazy. Yeah.
It's massive. But
Oh,
man, like
Noir
we
is
saw the
taller than
prototype.
Peter.
I'm sure the prototype wasn't big. Like I'm sure it wasn't.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's such a weird. It's a weird thing. They're scaling. They've never been known to be that off with their scaling, like all over the place.
Yeah.
You know, everything was consistently smaller than other lines, and people would say that they're more true 1/12. You know, their other lines are actually too
They're
big.
the only true 112 now. That's what most people are saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Inat is true 1/12.
Yeah.
The price is 9,900 yen, I believe.
Okay.
So that's what,
It's
like
about $70
something dollars.
75. Yeah.
Yeah, mid 70s. So not so bad. Oh, yeah, leave it at Al. About $65. Is that right? Are we all off?
Like 60, 70, something like
Yeah.
that.
It's
Yeah.
almost 70. It's in the 70 range because it's the same price as the mouse. Then
Okay. Automatic pickup. People complaining about the underpants cutter waffling. This has been the same engineering for around. Yeah, I mean they've been doing it for a while.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
If you
And
like,
it's
you
for
like it. You
articulation.
don't, you don't.
Yeah. So, are they doing the Street Fighter characters to go with them? We'll get into that in a second. Let me just keep going through. He's 5.7 inches, yeah, and other figures are 6.2. So, like, here's you, and he would probably be to here, I think,
Yeah.
like mid head, based
And
on.
I mean, he's shorter than Chung Li as well. Then.
Yeah. So it's weird. It's baffling. You know, what's going on? Like, are there too many drinking parties going on over there at Tamashii Nations, and people are drunk when they're doing the measurements? Like, what's going on?
It'd be funny if we get it and it's huge.
Yeah,
Right?
I mean, hey,
Like
maybe. Yeah. What if they meant to put 155 millimeters and it was a typo? So
Well,
hey.
yeah. I mean, that's possible. That's possible. And like I said, I mean, I'm gonna talk to some people pretty soon, and when Ian and I have gone to events and we've seen the Spider-Verse figures in front of us, they don't look overly big. They don't. They never did. Am I right?
You're right, but I do. The only thing with I know with Peter B for sure, he was posed alone, never next to anybody. But like I'm sure we would have noticed him being that tall.
Was he in a dynamic pose?
Noir was also posed jumping through the air with his leg bent on a stand. So I mean, there's also that. But I mean, man, like when I got Peter B and I opened it immediately, you know it's huge. You don't have to put it next to anything.
Yeah.
And surely we would have seen that, like standing up on a you know,
you would have noticed because like the whole area is full of same scale figures.
True.
You kind of notice it. It's just weird.
But the Spider-Verse, to be honest, like I've seen some photos. The photographer on Instagram, Mr. Lee, he's got some great photos, and he's got the whole Spider-Verse lineup in a line, and it actually looks really great. Like, and it makes me think like maybe those Spider-Verse figures, just because it's animated and they're very stylized, they were really big, and it's just everyone's been doing them too small, maybe.
Yeah. Figure Fight Club is here. What's going on, man? Abby, if you don't know, Figure Fight Club is going to have an open mic tonight. I believe.
it's tonight.
I think it's tonight.
Or Tuesdays usually.
Is it Tuesday? I get
Tuesday for
confused
us.
with the days because I'll see the day written on that thing, and sometimes it'll flip it to like my date. Ian knows what I'm talking about.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
Yeah.
What
Yeah, I
day
don't
is
think it's. I think it's tonight for us, so it's Tuesday.
Okay,
So
okay.
it's the other way around. Yeah.
All right. But anyway, great show. He always has people on. You can join in and talk about toys and showcase new things that you have. He's a great guy, great collector. So make sure you show your support. Go over Figure Fight Club and throw him a subscription.
Yep, I will link his page right now in a second. Let's see.
Flamingo Sauce says the figure is $67. So the optic blast on this looks way better, I think, than the Mafex.
Yeah, I like the color.
I love the colors.
Yeah.
And I think the blast effect looks more dynamic.
And the shading, yeah.
The shading, yes, the shading. People have asked about, like Al brought it up in our chat, about the name Gameverse. People are like, well, Hasbro kind of did the same thing. What's that all about? So the whispers that I'm hearing is that when you put Capcom on the box, Marvel versus Capcom, you have to pay the licensing fee to both companies.
Mm.
So if you're just putting out Cyclops, why pay a royalty fee to Capcom just to have that name on it? That increases our price, or that decreases their profit margin. So from what I'm hearing, the only reason it doesn't say Marvel versus Capcom is to avoid those licensing fees, and that's it. Are we still going to get that lineup of, the Street Fighters and the X-Men and whatever other characters? Yeah, it seems like we are. It's part of that universe. It's part of that game. They're just not going to explicitly name it so they can avoid the fees that are associated with it. So I know that people were asking about that, and I put my ear to the ground, and that's what I was hearing.
So if they do decide to release Street Fighter characters to match up with Cyclops, would they also still label that as a Gamerverse just so they don't pay Marvel and only pay Capcom?
Yeah.
Okay. Makes sense.
Yeah. And that's what Hasbro did, right? Like, they wouldn't explicitly name Capcom too. So
yeah.
So $67. That's crazy. It's nice.
Yeah. I mean, that's just crazy because this is a brand new figure, no reused parts. And it's like $20 cheaper than what the new Mafexes are going up for right now. Makes you wonder.
Yeah.
That means they're going to do a Wolverine.
What is it?
That means they're going to do a Wolverine.
Well, Wolverine will probably be like this big.
Jesus. That's going to be horrible.
Hey, Figure Fight Club with the first ever super chat for the Kaiju Daddy stream. Man, we gotta put you in. We gotta put you in the Hall of Fame now. Thank you, man. Appreciate that.
Hey, you need some glasses and music.
Yeah,
I do, but I can't copy him. I gotta think of something else.
We can do a wave. We can do a wave.
Ian and I gotta go out and we gotta get some Japanese garu to do some crazy messages for people.
Some panda eyes.
Yeah,
but we can do a wave. You start it, I'll second.
I drink to your leg. Figure Fight Club. Let's drink to our legs.
Yeah. What is that?
Wait, no.
What's that?
He's probably
What?
What are you drinking?
I'm drinking mellow yellow.
Mellow yellow. Okay.
If it was nighttime, I'd drink alcohol, but I got the day.
Let's get drunk on the Evian.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Thank you very much. We'll have to do something else. I'll probably have to add some spots for people at the end of the year on that wheel for these super chats. I do appreciate it. Thank you very much, man. Thank you. Yeah, you're not invited. You're too short.
We do all need to come out to Japan. And
you're the only one saying it. You're the only one saying
no,
it.
No, Al said it too.
No, yeah. I'll work on it. I'll work on it.
Oh, I'm going next year, so that's
you
for
said
sure.
you were going this year. You said you
no,
were going this year.
I knew I couldn't go this year because I wasn't traveling this year, only to New York. Next year I'm going.
Okay.
I'll be there next year.
Yeah. Let's keep going through. What you buy him from Joe Fest? Speak up, man. Let the man know. Ryan was in his element at Joe Fest. He loved it there. It was great. So yeah, Tuesday night. Sorry, Tuesday night is his stream. Like I said, the days they get all mixed up. Apologize. Oh, it's tonight the new Transformers show? Okay.
Ooh,
with Talib. With Talib. Not Talib. Talib. Thank you, man. We appreciate it. All right, let's keep going with the figure. Look at this. Look at that screaming face. That looks great. That looks really great.
It. Yeah.
It looks really nice.
The proportions
I like
are like
it.
this versus the MAFEX as well. I think the proportions on this one looks better.
It does.
Sure.
It does. The MAFEX was a little. I would say that the MAFEX Cyclops is the first iteration. Is their weakest of the MAFEX line for the X-Men. He's a little bit lanky. He looks a little bit off. He was the second figure I think they did. I think they did the Tiger Stripe first and then Cyclops. I could be wrong. But he's just a little bit off. And it would be nice for them to revisit it. You know, maybe a 2.0. That would be cool. But I think this looks great. The scale doesn't really bother me. What is it, Derek?
You see how the thong thing kind of disappears? It's when he's in this position. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. The engineering they have is great with Tamashii Nations. Usually their downfall is the faces. The faces are usually pretty bad these days.
And you can't really do like head sculpts because most head sculpts are too big for them.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. So I think we can retire that topic. We can move along. Starting to get into the meat and potatoes of the day. All right.
Ooh.
This was a very welcome surprise. What did we see this about a week ago? We saw John, and if you had some eagle eyes, you would notice on the side, you could see the leather jacket of the T-800. So people theorized this would be a 2-pack, and people were right. It's great. He is bigger than Robin. So I'm thinking this is probably going to be about 20,000 yen.
Woo!
Yeah.
Damn.
A regular figure is 14,000 yen. One figure now. That's the going price. Okay, 14. You're adding another figure to this.
But dude, they had the Batman with the horse. The horse was 15.
Different time.
The Wakanda, I don't know, man. That'd be nuts. 20,000.
I'm hype about those Jordan 5s he got on his feet, though.
Yeah,
I was about to type that in right here.
Yeah, so they gave him the Jordans, but they didn't give him the Public Enemy shirt. What?
Yeah.
It's probably.
I would rather the Public Enemy shirt than the Jordans.
Well, I mean, the Jordans look like they did what they did with Miles. There's just no logos on it, so it's just it looks like it's just going to be generic. I mean, you know, they don't have the logos on it.
You could have given us a generic Public Enemy shirt.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Fun,
yeah,
fun,
yeah, you're right.
fun fact.
Oh.
Chuck D is actually my cousin.
No.
Yeah, I'm gonna see him
Oh,
on July 4th. Actually, he's here in Sweden, so I'm gonna be chilling with him. I'll send y'all
oh,
pictures.
yeah?
what?
First cousin,
Nice.
second cousin, 10th cousin. What is it?
It's my mother's cousin, so
So your second cousin.
second cousin. Yeah.
Yeah, bring him on the chat, man. Bring him on the stream.
Hey,
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't think he. Hey, we'll see.
Get him hooked on toys.
Get him on the
Yeah, yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
people in
they
chat
don't want to
saying
pay your
18.
family. They don't want to pay your family royalties. What's up? Oh, Mom, come on,
Exactly.
Medicom.
But
on.
they're super particular about stuff like this. So I'm not
Yeah.
surprised that that's not on there.
Oh yeah, yeah, of course. Of course. Yeah.
Would have been cool though.
So, I was hoping for that machine, that credit card decoder machine. I don't know what to say, but they didn't include it. They didn't make it. Maybe they'll add it later. I don't know, but it's not listed. I think the John sculpt is pretty nice, especially in this angle on the picture on the left. I think it looks pretty good.
Yeah, I do too. They got it. They got his hair good too. It doesn't look.
The hair is
like
really
weird. Yeah, it doesn't look like a weird, toupee. That I know a lot of people. Speaking of Cyclops, one of the issues they had with him was his hair looked kind of weird, but this looks good.
Yeah, they're getting much better with hair.
Yeah,
they are. They are.
But it's still messing up the articulation though. With the hair, like John
with the hair,
Wick
with the articulation.
Yeah, so when you can't put the head back on anything.
Well, I mean this figure.
Oh yeah.
So looking good, looking great.
How does the knee articulation work on John there?
So he's gonna have the same kind of the Figma ball joint.
The Figma, yeah, that's something because he has on the arms.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's got him on the arms. Yeah.
Is that no butterfly joints?
Well, probably minimal.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you won't really know until you see it. But again, we'll see this. We'll see this next month, and I'll have video, and I'll try to get different angles so everybody can try to see. But I love the jeans look.
Yeah.
The rip in the jeans. I think that's great. That's really well done.
Yeah, I like that.
So I personally really, really loved the Arnold that they released previously. Obviously not that big battle damage one, but the regular T800 who came with the
the Gatling gun.
Yeah. I really liked it. People complain he was too stiff and he's a robot. Like he's a big towering robot. Like I don't really expect him to be doing acrobatic stuff.
Spider-Man
never
moves.
did it in the movie.
Yeah, have him swinging on a web or what?
Yeah, like I want the figure to do what the character did in the movie, and that's really it. That's all I want, and he did that. They nailed it with that. So I know some people didn't buy into the Terminator figures, and they didn't buy into the Robocop figures. Those figures are some of the best figures that Metacom has done in years.
Facts.
Yeah.
Facts. Like the Robocop figures, paint issues for the renewals aside, those figures are so well done. The head sculpts are so well done. They are great. And the Terminator figures, really, really well done. Like you can see the evolution of them from, the first ones until the last ones. The only hiccup was the endoskeleton.
Yeah.
But everything else has been awesome. So if you're out there watching and you don't have any of the previous Terminator figures, if you don't have the Robocop figures, get them. Especially that first Robocop Murphy battle damaged head version.
I need that one.
That was my Mafex of the year it came out. There was nothing better than that figure. It was so good. Came with a bunch of stuff. The head sculpt was perfect. They do some great non-Marvel, non-Star Wars, non-DC stuff. So check it out. Now let's go through. Derek, are you in for these or what?
Oh yeah, and the funny thing is, I've been because of you and Ian, I've been looking at Hot Toys next year, and the best thing for Hot Toys, what they do, it's your fault. It's all you guys' fault. You've been
Hey, you could take my
brain.
place. You know, I'm trying to scale out. You know, scale down on that.
I'm jumping off that ship soon.
But I'm still getting the T800 battle damage Hot Toys. That was
that's what I'm saying. Like, so I don't see a point of like, that's what it is. Like when I'm collecting now, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna have this and I'm gonna collect that, and I'm just gonna stay in that lane. So I'm gonna do like movie, 80s movie. Like I'm gonna get the Predator. I already have that pre-ordered. I'm gonna get that this Terminator, the other Terminator as well that you were just talking about. So why would I buy that and then go ahead and pay another $120 for this? So, but I still might get it because he has on those Jordans, to be honest.
Yeah,
I need those.
Listen, ask your cousin for permission to sell some stickers.
I can get you some stickers.
that you can adhere to his shirt.
I got you.
I mean,
got you.
Yeah,
that would be cool. I mean, you'd have permission to do it.
Oh, you can get those paint pens. Though I mean, it's just like a fine line, and you just draw it.
It's not a hard thing to
do. Get a sticker. So, Ian, you're not in on these, right?
I'm undecided because I'm going for a bit of a shift. Like I'm trying to stick with the one stick stuff. I'm trying to stay with the Star Wars and the kind of superhero characters that I'm kind of really invested in. I'm getting the Predator and there's some. I'm trying not to go too into every single movie line. And I didn't get this version of the Arnold, the T2 Arnold, the previous.
You didn't get it?
No, I have the Terminator 1, the first movie, but I didn't get this one. So I don't know. I'm on the fence. Like I'm trying to cut down on the smaller scale stuff as well, but at the same time, it looks great. I don't have a T2. I haven't pre-ordered the 1/6. So yeah, it's undecided at the moment.
Okay.
But yeah, just the pricing. Like I think someone posted it's 18,000. But I mean, I don't know. I'm not feeling these prices, to be honest. But yeah.
Okay. So all right. So the price is already posted. I must have missed that.
Yeah, 18,000.
18. Wait a second. Hold on. I'm on the Metacom site. 19,800 yen.
Yeah, I'm not getting it. That's it.
200 yen off. How's a
but
dollar?
Apparently on other sites it's 18. I think.
Well, no. I'm talking about retail, suggested retail price. It's 19,800 yen from
Metacom. On the Metacom. Okay.
Metacom. Yeah.
But then they always give the discounts and all that. So
we don't get those discounts. Only Ami will really give you a discount here. Yeah. So, Al, what are your thoughts on this?
Man, I'm an Arnie fan, so this is a yes. But we've been talking about a lot of the live action MAFEX stuff. They've been kind of sitting, so I don't know if I want to just pre-order this right away just because I'm an Arnold fan, or should I wait until this eventually goes on sale? That's the real question.
Yeah.
Because I don't feel like, as much as, there's a lot of Terminator fans, I feel like this might not sell out. And it might sit on the shelves for a little bit because of the price, and just a lot of live action stuff hasn't really been selling out. So I'm just trying to figure out if I want to take a gamble and wait till it releases and, wait for it to go down in price a bit. But I definitely want it for sure, 100%. I just don't know if I want to risk waiting for a sale. And you know how it goes with these things.
It's the smart play.
Yeah.
It's a smart play. So
Is there a
Just
112 Harley out there? Does anybody know?
yeah, Maisto did one, but it's no longer available. So Maisto does 112 bikes, and I think I picked one or two of them up. Who knows where they are at this point? But I was gonna grab some more for my classified dreadnoughts, just to have them on some bikes, because they do various bikes now. Maybe is there a Terminator? The original movie, that anniversary, that was last year. That was the 40 years, 1984.
Got the Terminator shirt on right now.
There you go, man. There you
Yeah,
go.
wow.
Yeah.
I
I heard it was a Terminator stream, not a Jaws stream. So
Oh.
Yeah, man. What's
Just
going
kidding.
on with
Well, we're
Jaws?
probably going to
Like
lose
Jaws.
about 90% of everybody when it turns to Jaws. But yeah, so Maisto did it. You can find it. You can look for it online, but it's really expensive.
Okay.
So hopefully they revisit it and they do another one. But they've done the bike.
Need
Our
that.
only hope is
That'd be a great
copy
display
of it.
piece, man. Just these guys on a bike.
Yes.
I mean, I'm loving the bikes. That Figma, the Cyberpunk bike, and like everything that sits on it just makes it look a million times better.
Yeah.
And then the Joy Toy, those Joy Toy motorbikes, they're so cheap and they're beautiful.
What
You know, you
size
put, like-
scale is that?
Oh no, the
Those
Joy
are-
Toy's small scale. It's the small ones.
Yeah,
but
one
like you put-
18th, right?
1/18th.
yeah,
Yeah.
they're like
Yeah.
1/18.
Yeah.
But it just like makes a massive difference. Like just having like Rocksteady on a motorbike with his speaker on the front.
Yeah, that's dope.
That's dope.
Yeah.
But they like that. This bike was like ridiculous. I think I paid like 3,000 yen for it.
Yeah. So 24, 23 bucks.
It's like 20.
That's that's crazy because Joy Toy's pricing is all over the place. Like that's
The
really
vehicles are
cheap.
really
But then
cheap. The vehicles
Yeah.
are really cheap, yeah. And they're
But some of the
weathered. They're
figures,
beautifully weathered.
yeah.
The paintwork on them is really good.
Yeah. So I like that we get that
yes,
I think
Yeah.
that's pretty cool. Yeah, that's pretty cool. And we get the backpack for John, which is also very cool. The other ones, that pistol was available for the first Arnold release, right?
Also the two shotguns too.
The two shotguns, yeah.
Yeah.
But the pistol was
And the
too.
rose.
And the rose, yeah. Guns and roses, yeah.
I love how they
Mhm.
don't just engineer a little pivot on the I don't know what you call it because I don't have
Yeah,
like,
on
these-
the shotgun.
on the shotgun. Like let's just release
Yeah.
two shotguns at different molds. Yeah.
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 Well, because people
Yeah.
people would break it. I mean, come on, they would break it.
They're probably still gonna break it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They're still gonna break it.
But I mean, like so many companies create guns with moving parts. Like,
Exactly.
I mean, we've seen them. So yeah, it's
Yeah.
funny.
Yeah. So let's get into the chat again before we move on. I want to try to find. Yeah, that was the first ever super chat, man. Thank you very much. No, you haven't. You haven't.
Really? He might have done members.
He did the members
shit
thing, but he
giveaways.
didn't do a
Yeah.
super chat. Yeah. So let me just try to find something that is specific to maybe the Mafex stuff. Yeah, all right. We're talking about Cyclops there. All right. With the logoless, yep. So 18,000 on Hobby Link Japan. You think they're gonna re-release the Deadpool and Wolverine? Sorry, not re-release. Release from the movie? Yeah, I would say so. I would say so. You have to
Maybe we'll
understand
see
that
next
if
month.
yeah, maybe. You have to understand that they normally release movie figures 2 years minimum after the film releases.
They announced them 2 years and then they released them.
Yeah,
6 years.
yeah. That's what I meant. That's what I meant.
It's-
Announced in 2 years. Yeah. Minimum. Yeah, an extra head for John would have been nice. That would have been nice. Maybe we're gonna get another one with a tier. We'll see. So let me go through Robocop as I. What are you talking about? Robocop's awesome. Yo, move, creep. Yeah, the Terminator figures are amazing. And again, like people, these figures aren't cheap. And I understand that people kind of stay in the lane of the lines that they collect because they can't spread it out. Most of us here in this stream, we have a sickness, and we just keep buying more and more stuff. So, that's hurting us. But at the same time, like we expand and we get all different things and we know about different things, and that's how you you start new lines, right? Because you dip your toes into something and you test it out. We need Bodica. Ed 209. We need all that stuff.
Oh yeah, there was a company that did it, but they were, I believe, they're 1/18th, right? They did all the Robocop villains. No, the Robocop villains. Yeah, the 1/18th.
Yeah. The Murphy head Robocop, possibly his favorite figure in 40 years of collecting. It is. Wow. It is an incredibly underrated figure. I can't stress this enough. It is it's probably in my top 5 Mafex of all time. It is that good. And people ignore it because, I'm not in a Robocop. Who can incorporate a Robocop into your display?
Who doesn't like Robocop? That's the real question. Like if you guys are on this stream, you guys have to love Robocop. I mean, come on.
Yeah. Who does Invincible first? Probably Figuarts.
Yeah, or
I mean, toys.
Mess Toys. Mess Toys is coming out with that.
Yeah, they already announced that.
There's still the rumors that Jada has a license for them, but maybe we'll see something at San Diego.
Yeah, and excellent point. They should make an accurate motorcycle. It would sell well compared to the Batpod. Here's the Batpod. Let me expand it. The thing about the Batpod is that Figuarts, I think, Figuarts came out with theirs first, and then Metacom released theirs. And they're pretty much identical. Like, it is so difficult to distinguish the two. But it's a great piece.
Does the Inart fit on that one?
What is it?
Does Inart Dark Knight fit on that?
I haven't tried it, to be honest.
Okay.
Maybe I should.
Yeah.
Man, I had that white cape. That
was over it when I did the review, but I didn't put them on it. What was that, Ian?
I was saying if Dina had the wide cape, that would have been awesome, man.
Yeah,
He's sitting on that with his cape coming out. That'd be a great display piece.
Yeah.
But there is someone who's selling the wired cape.
Yeah. All right, let's just keep. Wait a second. That Mafex Kane is another great figure, underrated. Very underrated. That is an awesome figure. The best Wick movie-centric figure they put out. The Kane. Better than any of the Wicks. Really, really good figure.
Yeah, that Wick I was quite disappointed in.
Yeah. Well, there's been a couple. They've done 4 Wicks.
Yeah, the first one seemed like the best one.
4. The first one was awful.
No, I meant the one with the dog.
All right, that was
that was
2.
Yeah.
2 wasn't that great either.
Okay.
Then 4 came out, and then 3 was the latest one that came out. I like 3 the most.
Oh, with the double suit.
Man, I bought one from Metacaddy. I think it was the first one, and someone sent me like a KO version.
Oh,
man, I got I gotta share
Are
pics
you
of that
sure?
thing.
Because
I've seen
quality is
pictures.
pretty bad.
It's insane. It's so bad.
I've
But the
seen
funny thing
pictures
was, I
of them.
complained, and the guy just said,
It might be the Mafex. It might be the Mafex. This is back in the day when Mafex wasn't very good.
No, there's some really, really shitty KOs.
This one's different, man. It's next level bad. Like, it's different.
Like,
I said to the guy, I said, like, this is a KO, man. And he's just like, yeah. He said, oh, really? I didn't know. Well, you can just keep it. It's just like, dude, you didn't. Yeah, all right, whatever.
Yeah, keep it, but I'll keep your money.
yeah.
All right. Now, this is the one I think most of us are excited for. Yes. This guy. I love it. There's some things that I'm not in love with, but there's a lot that I love about it. I would have liked a different face, and I'll show you where. Right here where it splits. Because his face was not neutral then. It was.
Oh,
it was
yeah. It was warped.
Yeah. I think that those metal things are a little bit too big. They're too thick.
Yeah, they're kind of wide. Yeah, they're wide.
Yeah, they look a little bit too thick. But looks pretty good. I would have liked a motorcycle helmet.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we're gonna get him because he had the jacket on as well when he had the motorcycle, right? He had
that's
that
right.
jacket. So there's a chance we get that with the jacket and maybe a separate torso that goes into the helicopter. Remember when it kind of expands into the helicopter? In addition to maybe the bike. I'd pay Neiman yen for that. I'd pay 20,000 yen for that. That would be badass. But this looks see, like all of the faces are kind of that neutral expression, and most of the filming was like that, but it wasn't the whole film.
Yeah,
it did have some different expressions. Would have been nice to have at least,
especially when he was getting shot in the face. He kind of had a creepy looking mouth open.
Yeah. So very happy for this. I don't know if that blue is the right color. Al, you're in California. What do you think?
I mean, I think the color's fine. Kind of has that 90s, like, that navy blue cop look, because it was definitely darker. I mean, it was a dark color in the movie. So I think it looks good, like the color wise. But but yeah, I mean, it's kind of weird that the faces are all kind of just neutral looking.
So there you go. That's all the accessories. You get 2 pistols. You get 1 holstered. You get 1 holster without the gun. You get that separate torso. You get the finger point. Your parents are dead. Your foster parents are dead. And then you get those praying mantis metal things. So this one, I believe, is 14,000 yen. Am I correct with that?
Let's see.
I'll check. Okay. Yeah, 14,000 yen. This is due in April, and the Arnold and the John are due in June. So interesting that they have them at different points. So I think it looks great. There's some things that I would have liked to have been a little bit different on this, but overall, I'm pretty happy. I'm definitely getting it. Al?
Again, I think I definitely need to have this in my collection, but I might just wait for it to go on sale too. Yeah, I'm kind of just sold on the fact that the live action stuff is just gonna kind of sit there for a bit. So I might wait for it to go on sale, but I definitely want it though, 100%.
Yeah. Ian, same.
I think it's I think I have to get this one. Like, I think the sculpt is he's spot on. It looks great. Like all of those accessories are really good. I didn't notice the face thing at first, but now you pointed that out. I think that's definitely a missed opportunity, a bit of an issue. But
yeah,
just with all stuff. I mean, like this was such an iconic movie. The age I was at when this came out, like, I mean, I love this character, so I think it's a must buy, this one. So yeah, I'll get this one.
Figure Fight Club. All right, we're adding some spots for you on that waffle wheel for Tim. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. Al, get up and dance.
Take out my Terminator. No,
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
No, that's what we need Ryan to jump on the stream for.
Yeah, we should get Ryan to take off his clothes every time somebody does. Because he would love it.
I'm pretty sure people want to see Derek take off his clothes more than Ryan.
Whitey tighties.
Well, we've talked about things.
So we'll see. I mean,
yeah,
I think with Bernthal being on the Spider-Man movie, I think they got to pull the trigger on making MCU Punisher eventually, and the comic one still.
Well, I would say it's highly likely.
Yeah.
I mean, we know that they're doing Daredevil, right?
Mm-hmm.
MCU Daredevil. So it stands to reason logically that they would also incorporate Punisher into anything they do. I don't think they would ever do New Mutants. I don't think so. I think it's too far disconnected from X-Men. And I don't think they would invest the slots for those kind of obscure characters. I think us getting the characters we did in Hush is probably the extent that they would ever kind of branch off and give you peripheral characters that maybe aren't like the top 3 or 4 for an IP. Star Wars aside. That's just what I think. Dead or alive, you're displaying with me. That was a good one. Hot Toys Robocop. Which one? Agent Variant. So they've released a bunch. So they had the original, then they had the 2-pack with Officer Murphy. Then they had the one with the chair. And then they had the recent die-cast one. So they've had 5. And then they had an Ed 209. So I wouldn't say that's Robocop. But which one did you get?
I don't think anyone has the Ed 209 now after it's disintegrated.
Yeah. Well, you could get that really cheap here for a long time afterwards, just because it kept cracking.
It's just, I don't think anyone has a perfect version of that anymore.
Denobi might. He might. Wow. You got all 4 bad pods. Wow. Wow. Okay. I've only got the Figuarts and the Mafex one. That's all I got. Soldier Boy is due on Saturday. Unless something changes, the Deep and Soldier Boy are coming out on Saturday. I should have a review Friday because I'm a time traveler. Agent Variant is with you, Al. He's going to wait. So, I mean, if you want to save money, that's the way to go. I don't think any of the Robocops have sold out in like the first year of release. I think they've all kind of sat. I think that Robocop sold out, but I think that was sort of a fear of missing out sort of thing. And I think it was a different time. But
Happy Kinky right now, actually.
What is it?
I think most of them are on Happy Kinky right now.
Oh, really?
Yeah, probably.
Take a look.
Yep.
By the way, anyone that on Instagram, check out Agent Variant's Instagram page. He's an awesome photographer, and I think he's definitely listed in one of our polls for the photographers of the year. So,
Photographer of the year, yeah.
Yep, I linked his page in the chat.
So, Darek, what's your take on this?
I think I'm gonna hold off.
Yeah.
Say anything like movie, I'm gonna hold off and see what I'm gonna do next year with the Hot Toys, because I'm not gonna double up on 112, and so pretty much sticking comic and certain things. But
You're
that
gonna rue the
Mafex,
day that you started collecting 1/6 over 112. You are going to rue the day.
no, I'm telling you, I'm gonna do what Ian's doing. I'm sticking with movie and Star Wars. That's it.
I mean, that's kind of what I'm doing too, Dark. I'm scaling down, but I definitely want to pick up all the pop culture, 80s and 90s movies. Most of it's actually, the good thing is a lot of it's going to be third party. Hot Toys, they kind of strayed away from doing a lot of the movies, but it seems like they're getting back into it a little bit. But man, there's some great third party stuff out there. They're much cheaper than Hot Toys.
You gotta put me on, bro.
Oh yeah. Well, we'll definitely show you some.
Yeah.
All right, let's bring the energy back. Now we got this Miles. This is the 1.5 version. This is the renewal version. I know Darek has been looking for this for many, many moons. He's been waiting with great anticipation. I want my $2. You're not getting it for $2, buddy. But this was a big surprise. I woke up and I saw this. I was like, wow, like that's great. I didn't pick up the first one. I think like a lot of us, we see it in stock and we just kind of keep waiting and waiting to pull the trigger and waiting. And then finally, when we're ready, it's gone. So that was the case with me. I always decided to just wait, and I missed the boat.
Yeah, like there's a couple like that, right? This one was like in stock for ages. And like
Really?
it was there with Gwenpool, and it's like I'm like, I don't know, do I get it? I'll get it later, and then all of a sudden it's like becomes this figure that nobody can find. It's like, yeah, I did exactly the same.
So Bones, we're gonna talk about that in a second. We'll see. But who's in on this? I am.
Oh yeah. This one
for sure.
This one I'm pre-ordering right away. I'm just waiting for a couple other sites to post it.
Double up.
Did the original have magnets on the feet? I don't remember that.
I think so.
Yeah, I mean, even the CT has the magnets.
Yeah.
The
1.5 is that curly web. That's it. That's the only difference.
Yeah.
You think it's going to be beginning of August, or it's going to be like end of August?
Well, this says August, and because it's a renewal and they gave such a tight window, I would say it's coming out in August. Probably the end. They tend to push everything towards the end. But this, again, if you're new to collecting MAFEX in particular, since last January or even last December 2023, they've been reissuing a lot of stuff from their catalog. So if you missed out on something, don't pay the aftermarket price unless it's just like another $20 or $30. Like if you're talking about like $50 over retail, $80 over retail, just wait. You'll be able to get it. It'll come out again. There's certain figures that I don't think that will ever happen. That would be the 075 Spider-Man, the 108 Spider-Man. That's the cel-shaded one. I don't think they'll ever redo that one because they are married to the 185 Spider-Man now. And I don't think they're going to go back to the previous mold that they used to use for the Spider-Man. I think everything is 185 moving forward. So for those Spider-Man, I don't anticipate it. And some of the earlier stuff, like the Nolan Batman stuff, I don't think they'll ever re-release those. But anything that's been, you know, anything from like Miles up, I would say, you know, wait and save your money.
Unless they already reissued it too, because some stuff have already
some
been
stuff
reissued.
that you missed that got reissued. Wait again, you know, it's gonna come out again.
Okay.
Just,
Yeah, I'm not gonna overpay for a lot of stuff. One of those figures that I waited on because I always would see it on sale, and I was like, all right, it's probably gonna get cheaper and cheaper. Was Comic Magneto, and now he's like $250 up on the resale markets.
yeah. So I never had trouble with my 185. I never had any paint issues. Never. You know, again, like some figures come out of the factory great, and some figures come out of the factory not so great. Like some people have had the endoskeleton and they never had any issues at all. I just touched the foot and it fell off. Like, you know, just happens. So
we do need a Peter Parker Spider-Man though, like Doc Lewis was saying.
Yeah, I think it's just a matter of time. They'll get to it. They'll get to it. Once they start doing Spider-Man and Marvel storylines like they have Hush and The Dark Knight Returns, once they start doing those, I think you'll start seeing the Peter Parkers, the Dr. Banners, you know, all of those things.
Yeah, because we only have the symbiote Peter Parker, this one.
Yeah.
Toys.
Yeah.
So here's the renewal. Here's the renewal on the left, and that's the new version, the 1.5 on the right. I don't see a difference.
It's like that. it's like the meme Pam from The Office, the two pictures.
Yeah.
What's the difference?
So
didn't they just put the same picture out though?
They probably did, but
maybe they're not showing.
This one on the left is the renewal one, and the one on the right is the original one.
I thought like someone would change like the skin tone or something, like the Black Panther, but there's nothing.
Or like the red, different shade. But I mean, we never even found out what the difference was from the Into the Spider-Verse renewals, right? I mean,
no, we did. We did.
We did. What was it? What was the difference?
It was a different color.
Into Spider-Verse.
So the webs, the coloring was improved, and the red was the color on the Peter B was more vibrant.
I didn't know that. Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
I knew the Miles, the web lines were definitely better on the reissue, for sure, and that kind of annoyed me in a way. But the because I had the original, but I didn't know the Peter changed the color. I didn't know that.
Yeah, they changed the color on the suit.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, so that's why I'm saying like what they're showing you now, there's no noticeable difference. But when we get it in hand, again, I'll do a review, but I don't have the original. I can just attest to what I see. It'll probably just be either his skin tone or it'll be the suit is a different color.
People are going to be selling off the original now.
You should sell it off.
For like 80,
I'll do the CT comparison review for everyone. I still have the CT version of this because I figured it was never going to get reissued. So, but
yeah, the CT color should be the same, right? Or
I mean,
super close to it. Super close.
That and maybe might get some toxic fumes off of it, but
people are asking in the chat that the renewals are not the same price, but they are, right? I'm pretty sure that the renewals. No. So a renewal. We've talked about this previously. Japan has very strong consumer protection laws, and the reason they do a renewal is because if they did a reissue, they have to price the reissue at the same price. A renewal allows them to up the price because it's a different release. It's a different item.
So they have to,
like, for example, like the renewals, like Deadpool and stuff. Like Deadpool's still only 8,000. Was he cheaper than that back in the day?
I think when Deadpool came out, I think he was about that high. No, I think the original was high.
I mean, he was still pretty cheap though. He was like $60, I think. Like,
but like all the renewals that I saw yesterday in Miami, like a Hush Superman or like like a Deadpool, I mean, like they're much cheaper than the new ones. They're all like 8,000.
Well, this is 14,000 yen, and
What?
so they're looking at it and saying we can charge 14,000 yen by saying it's a renewal, or we can charge 8,500 yen, almost half, loss in profits by just saying it's a reissue.
What's 14,000 yen? What's that again? I missed that.
The retail on this is 14,000 yen.
What?
No,
Is that true?
No. This one is
9,000.
no, it's 9,000.
Is it?
9,000.
Oh wow! I was gonna say if it's 14, I ain't paying 14 for this.
I actually just pre-ordered them on Hobby Genki.
All right.
Oh, it's on Hobby Genki now.
Yeah.
It's 10,780 retail.
But
didn't
the Ami will always have the 15%, like it always does.
Yeah.
So it'll be 8, 9.
So what's crazy? How come they just don't do renewals on all the reissues if they wanted to make more money?
But they have to make changes though to it though, right? It has to be a change to it.
They have to
right?
do something.
I mean, like you think like if you're gonna just reproduce these, just change the shading, like the red a little bit different, use a different red paint. Boom, you got a renewal.
I don't know. Nobody knows the mind going ons of the Metacom people. I mean,
yeah,
who knows, right? So no noticeable thing from the photos that they've shown us, but we anticipate there being a coloring difference in the figures. That's all. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Now, this one, do we think that Mafex would be able to make a McFarlane style Spider-Man that rivals the Maximum Series figure? Are we trolling or what?
Well, if you're talking about just the style, yeah, I mean, I think they could pull it off.
Be able to. Not will they? Would they be able to?
I think he's asking if it's like a what you call it, like a licensing thing, maybe.
I mean, I get what he's saying. I think the thing is, it's like, I mean, you're talking about stuff like proportions and more stylized looks. Like, I mean, that's my biggest issue. The Mafex is just that there's a lot of the body shapes are very similar in size, and that's why I find a lot of them overly skinny. Like they don't make big changes to the masked head sculpts. They'll add, the eyes don't really change to a point, or the shape doesn't change to a point where it's like highly noticeable, like a comic book version. So that's what I was hoping with. That's why I like with the Figuarts now doing the comic kind of stuff and the gamer stuff, just because they make those big changes and they make they release really original stuff. I think it's just pointing out that maybe will they ever make those big adjustments to make it look chunkier or more muscular or have a kind of defined head or something?
They can definitely make a great Spider-Man, and they can definitely make a Spider-Man with articulation that rivals anyone, if not better. The paint is almost always superior on the Metacom stuff compared to Hasbro. But they have yet to make a McFarlane one, as is pointed out. So my thing was, would they be able to? Like, are they capable of it? They're capable of it, but will they?
The head sculpts are usually better on.
Got to get those for rule head sculpts.
So. Oh, you got yours in.
Wow,
yeah,
nice.
So I got the two different for rule head sculpts. This one is definitely the McFarlane style, and I thought this one was more of an MVC style, but they actually have a different one. But yeah, I like how it looks.
Yeah, it looks
you need
good.
to get some Peter Parker heads for that guy.
Can you take it to the side? What's he like on the side? Does he have his? Oh, nice.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that's good. You giving those away?
No.
About it.
Yeah.
But on Hobby Genki, this is 8,624 yen.
Nice.
So it's a lot cheaper.
Sorry, Dog
But
Lewis.
you guys can buy.
Ian, what time you got to bounce?
I'll probably bounce in about 10.
All right.
10 minutes.
I'll
jump off for the Joe stuff.
Howdy's here. Got the Mafex Hush Batman today. You get it from Big Bad? Is that where you got it?
Oh yeah.
Perfect figure. Yeah. It's a great figure. The blue Hush, the black Hush, I think. Even the Dark Knight Returns Batman. They're great figures.
Yeah.
They're very stylized and different, but I'm not a big fan of the Nightfall.
I like him.
I'm not a big fan of that one, and I'll just leave.
I think all the Batmans have been great. Yeah.
The cell shading. Oh, the Batman is up too.
Oh, what the Nightfall one?
Yes.
The black one?
Happy Kinky.
Oh, what? Well, it says out of stock, but they haven't posted it.
Yeah, they're just anticipating getting it.
And the Scarlet Spider.
Ooh. Yeah, that's why I was just showing you guys the Scarlet Spider, but they literally just put this Batman up like a second ago.
Yeah, I wasn't there when I did the pre-order for Miles. Damn.
So my thing is, we'll talk about it in a moment. I don't know if they're gonna get them this time because the wording with the celebration stuff, it kind of left it open like maybe some retailers would get it. But the wording for these releases doesn't say that. So I don't know. I'm just wondering.
But dude, like after the celebration, man, like nobody bought those figures. Like the whole time they were there, nobody bought them, and then they ended up in
at
store.
Celebration.
Yeah.
No, man. There were lines. Like I was in a line for 40 minutes to get them.
Dude, I was there all day, every day. The last day they were all available.
What's the last day? Nobody went the last day.
But what I mean is they didn't sell out.
They just overproduced them, I think, is what it was.
What I mean is like I don't know if they'll make that like that risk of having it like an event exclusive. Like they make no money doing it that way. Like I think they don't tell people, so people do buy the event, but then they'll probably release. I don't know. Maybe one or two they'll hold off, maybe. But yeah, I'm not sure.
I don't see the point of. I mean, the exclusive would be you be able to get in quite earlier than everybody else. I think that's what it's gonna.
Well, if you're gonna do it exclusive, I mean, you either have to change the box, like San Diego Comic-Con does, or you have to make it exclusive. You can't call it exclusive and just say you have early access. Call it early access.
But don't they do that with
exclusive if you're gonna throw it up on all the retailers?
They did that with Valaverse though. Like most of the stuff he put, it was whatever exclusive, then he put it up like a month later on the website.
Hasn't Hot Toy Sapiens done that in the past where it's like an event? You buy it on the event, the release is later, but it's always just like an event. You can pick it up early. You get it like 6 months earlier than everyone else or something. I don't know.
Yeah. All right. So let's move on to the event. Good timing. So again, the event's on the 26th. Ian, you're not going the day, right?
No, I'm gonna try to. Yeah, like I want to. Like one of my mates, one of my good buddies who left Japan, he's coming back, and he's only gonna be here in Tokyo for that one day, I think. But I'm gonna try and go to this for sure. I do. Yeah, 26th is a Saturday. Is that right?
Saturday, which is different because it's usually a weekday that it starts.
Yeah. I think I should be fine. Yeah, I gotta go out to Tokyo on the 28th, so 26th should be fine.
Okay. So again, I'll be there front and center. I'll get video that morning. Hopefully I'll be out of there by noontime, get home, edit the video and put it up, and hopefully it'll be up by 2:30 in the afternoon, our time. So maybe 1:30 in the morning, East Coast American time. And then we'll do a live.
You could do a live stream.
We're gonna do a live stream
at the. No,
I'll do a live stream. I'll give people a couple hours, to actually have time to wake up and watch the video.
No, I was saying
and-
you think you would do a live stream while you're
At
in
the
the
event.
event.
Oh no. No.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna do a
Because-
live stream at the event, so guys, come over to the Tokyo Joey YouTube page and
because
get the
so
lowdown before anyone else.
yeah, they don't really allow you to live stream in shops and events.
Okay.
So
Th-
if
that
they see you live streaming, they'll tell you to stop.
Mm.
that guy you guys were talking about in the store is probably going to be their security. No.
No.
Yeah.
And especially if you're a foreign dude as well. It's like I went to an exhibition the other day, a Dan exhibition a couple of days ago, and it's like everybody's wearing backpacks, but like this one of the staff runs up to me, no backpack. I'm like, everybody's wearing backpacks. Like, why me? Even my daughter's like, why does that always happen to you? And it's like,
because you look too nice. You got to look mean like me.
Yeah.
Tell them to F off.
Yeah, get that Boston vibe.
I know. So I'll have that up, and we'll do a live stream within a few hours, so people can see the stuff, think about it, and then we'll talk about what we saw. If you guys have questions, hopefully Ian will join if he goes. So being able to talk about what we've seen, not just pictures, not just video, but with our eyes, I think it'll be helpful for people.
I couldn't even go even if I wanted to because of what's going on in Iran.
Well,
I can't go that way.
That's only going to affect oil, like gas prices. So this one, again, this is something we've been talking about wanting. I think this looks awesome. This looks great. Way better than the first one.
It's
Way
loaded
better.
up on Hobby Genki.
Yeah. Love the shading.
Yeah.
This figure was screaming for shading.
Oh yeah, and plus the more accurate hoodie with the bigger spider emblem, and someone in the group had pointed out, and I didn't even notice it at first. It's a different belt, so it's a more comic accurate belt.
Yeah.
So here's the difference between the first and the 2.0.
And the first was such a great figure as well.
It was a great figure, but it needed a little bit more, and I think it was the shading. Yeah. We all said that.
Two things I would have liked a little bit, just like I think I do like the shading, but I would have liked a bit of a kind of comic book, more retro straight line shading. Like I don't know, like just because it's a comic book character, like the cell shading, cell type, just without it just being dark and points. Like I would have liked a more kind of just like straight lined, pure black. And the hoodie, I mean, I love this new one, but it's a shame they didn't go for the kind of tattered damaged one. Like I don't know why they wouldn't do that, because people made so many customs for the first one because they wanted that. So it's strange that they didn't do that, and it just seems like it's a bit of a, because it's more of a hassle for them to do so. Maybe
it would have been nice to come with both options, since this is going to be like an exclusive figure. That would be nice.
Yeah.
And he's actually scarlet colored, not bright red, tomato red.
But still looks good. I mean, still it's definitely better than the first one. But yeah, it's I can understand why it's like an event exclusive, because I think it's not a big thing for them to do. It's just a paint job and some dye changes and a print change. Like it's not a big adjustment for them.
It looks like the under the belt, it looks like that's different as well.
Yeah, like the belt buckle
is a little bit longer.
But not the belt buckle, but underneath, like the diaper, actually.
Yeah.
Oh, what if they're going with that softer that softer diaper like the Toby?
I think they need to make all of their Spider-Man figures like they did Spider-Man 2099.
Yeah.
So
the red's way better.
I'm getting this. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, me too.
Will this be one per person, do you think? with it
Yeah.
being an event. It will.
I'm gonna have to bring my son. They'll say, "Oh no, he's too young." I say, "He plays with toys. These are toys."
Mhm.
Yep.
These are toys for boys.
Or maybe I'll bring a
Bingo.
mustache. Put on. A mustache.
Damn,
Yeah, it looks
looks so
great.
good. Yeah.
So the price on this is 14.
Woo!
It's the same with the Batman.
Yeah, it seems to be the price for all the exclusives now. The Star Wars stuff is that price too, right?
Yeah,
14.
that's the new rate.
Oh, they put him up too now.
Which one? Oh yeah,
Homelander.
yeah.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
That's probably the only one I don't want.
Wow.
Yeah, me too.
I think I'm going to talk about the Homelander in a minute, but I think the Homelander is going to be the one to get.
Yeah, I have the first one, and it's in a cardboard box somewhere. Like, I mean, I like it, but I just haven't got this display space for it. Like,
Yeah.
I'll probably end up selling it.
This Batman's awesome.
The colors look great.
Yeah.
My issue is the torso gap.
Oh,
That's it. Like my issue is the torso gap.
hmm.
Yellow oval is for me is just always
It's a must.
it's a must.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
as soon as I see that oval, the yellow oval, that
Mhm.
logo, yellow belt, that's it. I want it. I need it.
That's why I like the Batman on the horse. Like, man, I was like, oh man, I don't care if
Well,
it's
yeah,
not the
that was
original,
a
it's
great
dope.
that was a great one. Yeah.
Yeah.
It
Again,
would
I
have been
mean,
nice to get stuff like
crazy.
again spaced out a little bit. They're pulling like a Hot Toys. Let's just give you everything all at once. It's like,
well, that's what everybody's doing now. They're just dropping everything all at the same time.
why not just keep the event exclusives just one announcement? Like let's just throw them in with everything else.
Well, because of the date. So they normally announce the stuff for July. They normally announce it on the 20th. And what was yesterday?
23rd.
What's today? The 24th?
Yeah.
23rd? I don't know.
24th today.
Mark
23rd is
saying.
Yeah. So I mean, they probably just waiting for the weekend to drop it. But the colors are phenomenal. They're so good.
Yeah.
And for them to hold these colors off for like an event exclusive, come on, man.
It makes sense for this one just because during that whole Nightfall storyline, he was wearing the blue and gray.
Yeah,
So,
but like Batman is Batman, and Batman's gonna sell, and these colors,
Yeah.
man, everybody wants these colors.
I mean, we haven't had this kind of Batman since Hush, Batman, the black and white, on
Yeah.
like this like size.
Yeah. So too bad he doesn't come with the shoulder spikes. I hated those.
Right.
Yeah, I hate it. It's horrible.
I don't
That's why I
mind
didn't
them
get
because
them.
if you want a kind of comic book accurate style, like I
Yeah,
get that.
yeah.
But this one's
I hated
not.
them.
I mean,
Was
this is a variant. This is not this is a mix of different things, right? So
Yeah.
Yeah.
you definitely don't need it for this one. It doesn't really make sense to have them. Same
Yeah.
with the ears. So you don't. Then is it coming with the big ones? The big
No.
no,
No, just these.
Just
But
this,
that also created like this weird separation too. That's why I never got the Nightfall one, because they had that weird gap
yeah.
on the neck.
Well, I think they tried to pull like a Revel Tech, you know, with the Moon Knight. Even with the new Cyclops that's coming, you have the kind of plastic top piece that holds the kind of cape down. It adds a bit of a kind of an effect of it kind of gathering, but it doesn't always work. It, as you said, it has a gap, and then you can notice the difference between the two materials.
Yeah.
But the collector's right there, though, man. I mean, the only reason these two are that expensive is just because it's an exclusive. Like they shouldn't be costing that much money, man.
Especially with all we've seen in terms of like the accessories.
That's
Right?
it. No accessories. Just
That's
a
it.
repaint.
Are you serious? Wow.
That's
think
that's nuts. That's like
That's
the
all they
X-Men,
show.
X-Force ones where they just come with nothing.
And there's
I
two
mean,
head sculpts.
Right.
I mean, we're getting more hands. We know we're getting more hands, but just that and a
And
couple
two head
hands.
sculpts. There's one. No, it's one extra head sculpt.
Yeah, one extra head sculpt. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Yeah. So I feel bad for Batman collectors, you know, like they got to have it. They got to have it. And right now we don't know how possible that's going to be for most people. So this is the figure that I woke up to. This is the figure I woke up to most people saying, what's going on with this? Is this going to be an exclusive? Can you get it for me? So I'm going to say this. I'm going to say this because Ian even said they limit you to one figure per person. If there's an issue with like Hobby Genki or Hobby Link Japan and they're not putting these up before the event. Now, if they put them up before the event and they're charging like 11,000 yen for them, I'm not buying them at the event. Like, there's no way I'm going to overpay 3,000 yen per figure. There's no way. But if we don't know whether or not they're actually going to get them, because, for example, just as an example, Sideshow puts up Hot Toys figures as like placements. And they don't always get them. Some figures are for certain markets only. One prime example is the Star Wars Celebration Darth Vader Sith Apprentice. It was available to different markets around Asia. It was never made available to anybody through Sideshow. I'm pretty sure they put up a placeholder for that. Did they or did they not, Al?
For which one? The Star Wars?
The Sith Apprentice Darth Vader, the Anakin from Celebration.
Oh,
they
on
might have
Sideshow?
removed it, but I think they did.
Yeah.
Sideshow.
Yeah,
They'll
they did.
They'll put up a placeholder, just like Metacom will have a placeholder release date. They'll just put it there. That doesn't mean they're going to get it. Now, if we're getting closer to the event and it doesn't look like they're going to get it, or they might not get it, or at least they haven't put it up, I'll do a waffle for this, and I'll just give you my copy. We'll do a waffle because a lot of people want this, and a lot of people have asked me, and I can't get it for just one person because it's not fair. So we'll make it available for everybody, and we'll spin the wheel the day of the event, and I'll get it out to you like the following Monday because it's Saturday. I'll get it out on Monday, and we'll do that for people who want this. So I'll forego the figure for my copy, and I'll make it available. So if you do want it, I will try to help people out that way, and hopefully that does help somebody. But like I said, I mean, it's a great looking figure, but I'm not the biggest fan of it. So if I don't get it, I'm okay with that. That's all right. Now, Al, you want this figure?
Not at that price, but yeah, it's a great looking figure. But if I don't get it, I saw both Hush Batmans, and those are still great figures. So
yeah.
But we'll see. We'll see. I do prefer my Batman to be black and gray, and like Ian said, that yellow oval emblem that just screams Michael Keaton in '90s Batman. So animated Batman. So this is a great look.
Yeah. Ian, you're not going to get it at that price point.
Well, I'll do exactly what you just said. Like if it comes out that I'll be able to get it cheaper, I'll wait. But if not, I'll probably get it. because I don't want to miss out on this one. I know I'll kind of keep myself if I can never get it. So yeah, but
Yeah.
I'd be very surprised if it doesn't become openly available to people through some method later on, because people are going to kick off. Like, people are not going to be happy. That you're releasing two exclusives that are much better than the things that they've released before. So
I mean, they still have the store exclusive Webman, and they still have the store exclusive Silhouette, Dark Knight Returns, Superman, and Batman. They've never made those available to other retailers. So,
Was that
just
Hot Toys
because,
though?
huh?
You're talking about Hot Toys.
No, I'm
no.
talking about the Mafex stuff.
The Webman, yeah.
So they have store exclusives that they've never made available to anyone else, and they both came out at the same time. Now, I think the Star Wars Celebration figures might be the anomaly. I don't know. We don't know right now. It could be that Hobby Genki's jumping the gun. We don't know. But they do have a history of doing exclusives and not making them available to everyone. So just be aware of that. Don't get your hopes up until it's actually available.
Just again, I mean, Medicom, like they hate the customers. Like, whatever the customers want, they'll do the opposite. So that's,
yeah, they hate us.
They
hate us because they ain't us. Whatever that means. But the Stormtroopers, they became available for like 11,000 yen. And they made everybody pay 14 at the event. So 3, 6, 9 if you got the Mando, between the two Stormtroopers and then the Mando. That's like $100 to us that we paid more for because we were told that these were going to be event exclusives. So the wording, again, when they released, like, you know, the promotional stuff, it kind of made mention that they might make it available at a later date. But I haven't seen that for this. So who knows? But again, if I only get one, I'll make it available. So we'll start the waffle maybe 2 weeks before the event, give people time. And on the day of the event, we'll spin it. Or the day before the event, we'll spin it. And then whoever wins, I'll just send the copy out for that person. Now, Derek, are you getting this?
Yes, and I'm calling dibs on your sons if he doesn't want it.
If I take my pet chihuahua, does that count?
It does.
Okay. Stick him in my bag.
Yeah, and Ian, if you don't want to pay that heavy price, I totally understand. And you can just send it to me. It's fine.
The collector is blaming all of these great figure drops on him being on holiday. So yeah, by all means, do that.
Take more holidays, please.
Yeah.
Yeah, so those figures are still available. You can still get them. That Mando, there was a huge rush for people to get that Mando. I was shocked how many people wanted that, because again, what they show you in the pictures versus what you see with your eyes, they're different things. They're very different things. So what do you got?
Out of stock already.
Oh wow.
Out of stock already.
I don't think that they even put them in stock.
No, I got two already.
I got it. Yeah,
already?
I got mine on Hobby Genki.
Yeah.
Just because I have something I need to ship from them, so I was like, I might as well combine it.
So when did it go up?
When we were on.
When we were talking about it.
Yeah. While we were on, and it sold out already?
Yeah. It sold out already.
Wow.
Well, at least on Hobby Genki, but it's still available on the other
usually
sites.
Get more than anyone, I think.
All right, guys.
I saw it on Hobby
Link.
All right, Ian.
All right, Ian.
Enjoy the rest of the show. Enjoy the ET talk. I'll catch up on you later. And then,
see you later.
I'm hanging out. See you later, guys.
See you, bro.
Get out of here. Get out of here. All right. So yeah, he looks pretty good. It's just that gap, and I mean, you can even see the gap there. Like, whoever engineered this, it's just a massive gap between the torso and the abdomen.
I don't.
It would have been
mind
a it would have been a near perfect figure if they just engineered it a little bit better there. Now this one I think is the figure to get.
This
This
is crazy.
is the figure
Yeah.
to get.
I think it looks dope, but I'm a pass.
This
Yeah.
figure looks unbelievable. Unbelievable. And have you ever seen this on a figure before? From Hasbro, from Figuarts,
Mafex.
from Metacom? No.
Nobody.
No. This one is going to be sought after.
It's an iconic scene too.
Yeah. And you
Yeah.
could just pose this guy by himself because of the way he looks.
Yeah.
You know,
Good
you don't
point.
need the whole line. You just need him. Yeah, I need this. I need this. Look at that.
How does he not have blood on his cape though? Oh, it's on the top.
Yeah.
It should be more blood on the cape though.
Don't buy it, man.
I'm actually not gonna buy it.
Yeah, face sculpt of the year right there, man.
Mafex
Right?
face sculpt of the year.
Yeah, well, I mean, with the blood. With the blood.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's Mafex. Avi, you gotta get it. You gotta get it. Don't sleep on this one.
Where's his butterfly joints?
They're under the cape.
Oh,
Maybe.
in the front?
Does it even have any? I have the regular Homelander. I don't remember.
I think he
has it.
does. If you look at the picture on the left, you can see that gap right there on the shoulder. See it?
Okay, I see a little bit, yeah.
Yeah. So
Hmm.
see it right
Oh,
there?
yeah, I see it on the inside.
Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
But it's probably not. Isn't gonna be any like.
I mean, it's not going to be phenomenal like Spider-Man, but I mean, he has one.
It might have that shoulder that when
Yeah,
it
it
comes
comes
out
out.
like the Iron
Comes out.
Man. It might have
Yeah.
that.
So this looks awesome. Oh, you do collect the boys. Mafex. Okay. Okay.
It's got to have Homelander fighting all those Valaverse guys.
Look at those. Look at those faces. Look at those heads.
Yeah, these
Man,
head sculpts. These head sculpts are better than the regular one. That's for sure.
Fact.
Yeah.
Definitely probably the best Mafex head sculpt I've seen.
Yeah. I love that smiling face with all the blood everywhere.
Yeah,
That's so good.
that just
You gotta
that
pose,
just screams
you gotta
Homelander.
pose him with Bert and Ernie.
Oh yeah, hey,
You gotta.
what like a headless Bert and Ernie after he
No.
sucker punches them?
No, Bert and Ernie can shoot someone's head off and have Homelander standing behind them. So, any QC issues recently? Well, the Superboy, mine had paint issues in multiple spots on the figure. So, I would say that was an issue. But other than that, no. Not for me.
Toby kind of had a lot of QC issues with people with the paint. They were kind of sloppy with the spiderweb paint on him.
Yeah, that's true. That's very true. So yeah, this to me is the figure to get. This one. I understand people wanting Batman because he's Batman. But remember, the first Homelander sold out. And he was very difficult to get. Even the collector was looking for him, and everything was really high priced. I was looking all around Tokyo for him last year, looking for that figure. This one, anyone who got the first Homelander is definitely going to get this one. I think the boys' figures, especially this Homelander, they're going to be the ones that are going to appreciate and value fairly well. So for the three that are coming out for that event, this one is the one I think to get. So, yeah, I want this. Butcher maybe next. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, Bloody Butcher would be awesome.
Yeah. You haven't opened your figures yet? What?
Wow.
My God. Are you even a collector?
Insane.
Insane. So, yeah. Al, what are your thoughts on this? You getting it?
I definitely want it, but again, I'm just these prices, man. They're just if it goes if it goes cheaper than the 14, more than likely. But I got such a backlog of things too. But I do think this is better than the first Homelander. And I do have that first Homelander. I'm not saying no, but I just got to figure out which priorities are overtake what So yeah, so many.
When would these release? Actually, you think?
So this will be July 26th.
Yeah, but like, say if there was to, you think it would be released like a month later? It's like, say if it was going to be released.
If it's going to release like the Star Wars ones, those were a month later.
Okay.
A month later. So we'll see. I mean, I'm gonna go to Metacom and ask them. Maybe they'll know, maybe they won't know. But at least with the first ones, they pointed out the language and they were like, they might be available later. I haven't seen that with these. So if they got, because they get something that's totally different from what we see. You get this, a book with all this information in it. And they'll show me the book. But if it doesn't have that wording, then these could be exclusively for the event. Yeah. Yeah. So Mr. Fast Turk, that's what we were saying. If I see that these are going up on any websites for 11,000 yen, I'm not buying these at the event. I'll wait for Ami Ami to get them, and I'll just pick them up in the store because I'm not going to overpay for these. No way.
But Ami Ami, it will let you buy more than one there.
Ami Ami will only let me buy one, but I'll just go back later in the day.
Yeah. Speaking of, I know all the celebration stuff from Star Wars is pretty much still on every site, but how are they in stores like shelf stock?
Every store I've been to that carries MAFEX still has them. I think they just way overproduced them. That's all. I think they just overestimated demand. It was their first con exclusive event. They really had nothing to go by. So I don't know. And I don't anticipate all three of these figures being produced in the same numbers either. So we're going to see different numbers for the Scarlet Spider versus the Batman versus the Homelander. I would say the Homelander will be probably in shortest supply, followed by Scarlet Spider, followed by the Batman. If I had to guess.
Yeah, Ninden has everything up now as well.
Oh wow! Just placeholders, or I'm guessing placeholders.
No, not the exclusive ones. Just the
new releases.
Yeah,
the new releases.
Yeah. So if you're watching the stream and you want them, Ninden Game has them up. Go grab it.
Cool. Ninden actually has a Blitzway Ghostbusters too, but just a single pack.
Yeah. Yeah. I told people I got 3 of those. They're like, what? So
From your seller, right? Your seller, right? You're one.
So I talked to the guy who has the store, and he was like, are you gonna get these? Because you cancel a lot of stuff. Because I pre-order everything.
Yeah.
I'll buy everything. I pre-order everything. He's like, before I put the orders in for these, you cancel a lot of stuff. You're gonna buy 3 of them. I was like, for these, I'm gonna buy 3 of them. He's like, okay. And he put the order.
He should just. I'm surprised he hasn't started doing like NRDs.
Don't speak that into existence.
He's probably watching right now. He's right.
Yeah. So Jose says those Ghostbusters are 300 each. They're more than that, man. They were like 4 each, weren't they?
Like 330
Individually?
USD. Yeah, 330.
That's it?
Yeah. Well, individually,
Okay.
I mean, that's still when you buy them all separately, that's still more than what the 4-pack cost.
Yeah, so the 4-pack
By,
is
like-
less, and then you get the Slimer, and then you get the extra head sculpts when you get the 4-pack. So yeah. So I got 1 4-pack for me, 1 4-pack for the group or for my channel members that I'll figure out what to do with later, and then 1 for me to trade for something that I really want that I need to pick up. Or multiple stuff that I need to pick up. I'd rather not sell it. I'd rather trade it, you know.
Yeah, the value is gonna shoot up.
It's already like I could sell it right now. And
yeah,
and
there's people selling pre-orders for, I think I saw like on I mean, it's eBay, of course, but like $2,000-3,000.
Yeah,
crazy.
Yeah. So I was hounding the guy. I was hounding him for like a week. Are you getting it? When are you getting it? Give me the link. What's going on? And he sent me the link, but it wasn't live. It wasn't active. I'm like, I can't order it. Like, what are you doing? And then finally went live, and I didn't want to do 3. I did 1 and then 1 and then 1, just because if for whatever reason he can't fulfill 3 orders, I don't want all of them getting canceled. So it's like, all right, 1, 1, and 1.
Oh, I see. Individual
can't get
orders.
3, you cancel 1. I still have 2 other orders.
Yeah.
So, Darek, I'm shocked that you didn't try to get those because you're new into 1/6.
Try to get which one?
The Ghostbusters.
No, I'm not gonna know. I'm not gonna go after it now. That's what I'm saying. I'm being really strict with Hot Toys.
Yeah.
I'm sticking to certain things, and mainly Star Wars though.
Yeah.
But that Terminator is a must.
I mean, honestly, if you decided you want Ghostbusters, the present toy figures that just released aren't a bad option for the price.
Yeah, they're not
someone
bad.
Someone even in 1/6K, he did a comparison. He has the old Blitzway set and the new present toys. See Avi. But yeah, he compared both of them, and yeah, they look pretty good. I mean, obviously it's not, there's pros and cons of both, and especially with it being a third party. But for a third party company to come out with Ghostbusters with a pretty good proton pack, yeah, I was pretty impressed.
Yeah, it wasn't bad.
Yeah, I'm trying not to buy any Hot Toys this year. I mean, I had the Hulk, but I only paid $140 for Hulk, so
yeah,
that was a steal. But it was broken, but I fixed it already. So
yeah, that's crazy. That's still a good price.
All right, let's get into more stuff. So I'm a Jaws guy, and it is the 50th anniversary of the movie. Let me just move this over here so I can do it. This is Vice Press. They're out of the UK, and they are doing Jaws posters. The one on the left, the furthest left, this one is timed. This one is about 3 days left. So it's an actual 1 sheet from the movie, which means it's not 24 by 36 inches. It's actually bigger than that. It's like a real theatrical poster. So it's 27 inches by 40. So this is the kind of poster they actually put in movie theaters. This one, like I said, it's timed. They'll be hand numbered. This is the 1 sheet. This is as iconic a movie poster as you'll find. Then you can get Jaws 2 and Jaws 3D. These ones are also 1 sheets. Very hard to come by this type of poster if you're into Jaws. These are cool, but nothing's better than Jaws, you know, the first movie. Jaws 3D is one of the first movies that I remember going to the movie theater to watch and being just very disappointed. It was probably the first movie I was ever disappointed seeing at the movie theater. Probably. So, you know, if you go to Vice Press, if you live in the UK, this one is sold out. This one, it's kind of it's layered. It's an acrylic layered, multi-layer. So the shock and other things kind of jump out like 3D off of the print. You can see the water comes off and then she comes off as well. This one sold out really fast. I decided not to get this just because if you look at the price, it's really expensive. But again, very, very cool nonetheless. So some of the Jaws stuff that I'm into, that I'm interested in. Again, glad that Ian's not here, so he can't ruin my fun. Will the new Scarlet Spider be available at retail? We don't know. We're not sure. So we'll see. So these are the bath bombs. This is the regular bath bomb. And it comes with 4 different Jaws heads. So you get Jaws, and then there's Jaws 2, and then Jaws 2 when I think his head gets burned. And there's 2 different versions. So this one is the regular, this one is the more bloody. Regular and bloody. So let's do a giveaway. Let me set it up first. Give me a second, guys. What do you guys got going on that you want to share with the group while I do this?
Well, I mean, y'all saw Muff Toys Batman. Oh, you know what? I have a couple other for rule head sculpts next to me too. Let me take a look. There we go. Actually, also got some for. Let's see. On Mafex Toby.
Nice.
So
Nice.
the much more accurate head sculpt, and the other one for the Bully McGuire Marvel Legends.
Nice.
I actually forgot how fragile my Mafex Cyclops was.
Man, my left arm, like it pops off. I had to put some blue tack on mine just to keep
My
it.
left leg.
Well, you're kind of strong and you pulled it. So
well, this one. The thing is, if I pull, usually it doesn't pop off. But this one actually is quite light, like shifty. So
yeah.
it's like it doesn't.
Yeah.
Stay on. But yeah. Yeah.
That's the reissue or the first release?
This is the reissue.
Okay.
Yeah. So I have to fix this one up actually.
All right, we're gonna collect Bloody Shock, please. Bloody Shock. If you want the regular Jaws bath bomb, if you don't know what it is, you can just go on YouTube, Jaws bath bomb, and see what it is. If you've got kids, if you've got grandkids, if you've got nieces, nephews, it's really fun. It's a lot of fun. And you don't have to do it in the bathtub. You can do it in a small kiddie pool. It's also fun. It's great for kids. So Bloody Shock. Bloody Shock.
So it turns red then, pretty much.
So yeah. So let me pull up a video then. Give me a second. I don't want to do it with sound because obviously I'd get demonetized. All right. So let me.
Come on, guys. All you gotta do is type in bloody shark with a
Bloody
hashtag.
shark. Let me show you what it looks like.
Have you tried the Cyclops head sculpt on your Daredevil?
Oh, I did try that. Yeah, yeah. It looks actually pretty cool.
Mm. Okay.
KJ wants it. I know he wants it. He's been after it for a long time.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
So
Nate Martinez. Yep, Miles reissue. He is up on most import sites right now.
Yep.
Yeah. Except for Ami Ami.
He's
They
actually considered a renewal, so he's a little bit more pricey than before, but still not a bad price.
yeah, not a bad price at all.
I think Hobby Links was the first one to put it up. They had theirs up earlier today.
What other leaks do I have? I don't have any at the moment. I'm hoping to maybe get some early July. We'll see. We'll see. I have to feed alcohol to Bondi people to get them to start speaking. So once they do, I'll write it down and I'll let everybody know.
Just have them a party with Ian.
Yeah. I got this cool bottle cap opener. I got this from Big Bad Toy Store years ago. I think my image is inverted, so it doesn't really say Jaws for most of you, but that's a cool piece I got. And I got the tubs. So Tubbs is releasing an Orca. I don't know if anybody saw it. Let me pull it up. I'm still waiting on my whatchamacallit, my Big Bad Toy Store Jaws toy. The Jaws kind of like Operation style shock that they still haven't released yet. It's driving me crazy. So now McFarlane is releasing this.
Oh, was that their movie style, the Maniacs?
Yeah. So McFarlane did an unbelievable movie, Maniacs, with Jaws years ago. And Tuga's saying it's up.
What's up? Sorry.
I think,
Ami.
Yeah. So with this, the girl's wearing a bikini. Jaws looks kind of stupid. He doesn't look like he's the Shock. I'm passing on this. Again, they did a movie masterpiece with the Shock jumping on the Orca, which was so good. I wish they would just reissue that. Yeah, this looks stupid. Stupid. Not a fan. Not getting it.
Seems like McFarlane statues, man. He just recreate whatever's on the cover and call it a day.
Calls it a day. Yeah. Calls it a day.
I wonder, like, do they make? I mean, do they make money like that? Because I feel like no one really buys. I mean, of course they gotta follow him, but
now I got
all
this
stuff just sucks.
So this goes with my with my duck.
Nice.
Shock. This is sold out. It's the Orca, and it comes with all the figures. It doesn't come with a dock, Shock, as far as I read the description, but it floats. I'm really looking forward to this.
Nice. So you got that one?
I got it on order. Yeah. So it's supposed to release this month.
How do you get stuff from Big Bad? You ship, and how much is it usually?
So I ship it to my buddy on the base. So it's not $4, but I don't pay tax. So it ends up being like usually like $12 to $14 for a big box.
Oh. And you don't have to pay tax or customs or anything.
Yeah, I'm gonna pay any tax.
Nice.
So it's pretty good. Yeah. So yeah, just a whole bunch of stuff. I gotta say, guys, come on, like bloody shock. I got 3 people who entered. Who wants one of these? I'll send it to you. 3, come on. Bloody shock.
I mean,
3
for
people.
kids, that's probably horrifying. Like for kids, they're probably like, oh, probably be terrified.
Yeah.
So there's speaking of Cyclops being a hot topic today. So apparently AliExpress has been selling a Cyclops that is actually not a KO. The rumor around the mill is they're basically unused like just bad copies that they just got rid of that didn't pass QC.
Who's
so
this?
They're selling
from Tamashii?
No. Sorry, the Mafex Cyclops.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they're selling it. It's without a box with a bunch of accessories, but they're not like fully. Some parts aren't painted, or just bad paint jobs. But they're selling them for like $70, and people have been buying them. But you can check out Reddit. You'll see posts on it. It's crazy.
Bloody shock. I'm gonna count to 10, and I'm gonna close this thing. This got 4 people. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, I'm closing it. Oh, we got one more. We got Jose joined up. All right. So let's share this.
Oh, you got the collector, of course, always late.
All right. That's 6 entries, man, including my own.
Wait, they got another one, Christopher Miller.
All right, come on, bring him in, guys. Let's go. It's for the Jaws bath bomb. I just showed the video.
It's past his bedtime right now, so
yeah,
he's in La La Land.
He is. Let's go. All right. I'm going to do it then.
All right.
All right. 7 entries. Here we go. I'm going to win. I know it. I'm going to win. Oh, Sneaky Figures win.
But hey, here's the thing. I only joined because I wanted to give this to KJ if I want. So this is going
all right.
to KJ.
We'll give it a KJ. We'll give it a KJ.
Yeah.
All right.
I just wanted to test my luck.
Test your luck. All right. All right. Let's get into the chat. If people have questions, let's try to answer them. We'll stop from now. Post your questions now. I'm not going to go back in the comments. We'll just talk about it now. Let's see what people have to say and so on. So again, I'll just recap one more time. Let me pull up some stuff. So one more time for let me move that. So for July, we're doing the Christmas in July. This will be at the end of the month. This is for Kaiju Daddy channel members. If you are a channel member, every month you're a channel member. in the year 2025, you'll get a spot. Your spots will give you an opportunity to win one of the prizes that will be available. So for every month, you get a spot on the wheel, and it'll be last man standing. So it'll take a while. I will announce what is going to be given away on July 4th. I'll post a video showing you what you can win. And like I said, that'll be July 4th, and then the actual stream will be at the end of July. For some of the stuff, you have to be watching the video. For other stuff, you don't. So I will be giving out other things. You have to be watching to win. But for the channel members, if you paid and you win, you have 24 hours to get back to me. 24 hours. If you don't get back to me in 24 hours, it goes to the next person. So, you know, being a channel member, I appreciate it, but please watch the videos, support the channel. I do like that as well. Another note, we're doing the Goldies. That'll be our counting down our mid-year top 10 pickups for 2025. We do have the Mighty 25 joining us. We have Laser Pants joining us. We have Hot Toys Hotline joining us. We have Talib. Talib collects. Talib 80 collects. 1980. We have Dark. We have Ian. We have Jason. We have Al. We have Ryan and myself. So we'll go through our top 10 pickups. Everybody has obviously different top 10. We'll make sure that Ryan only has 10 figures. If he tries to show us more than 10, we'll kick him out. So don't worry.
Booted and booted.
And one more thing, we got that waffle going on in the Facebook group. If you want an opportunity to get this sold out Chaos National Defender, it's basically Muff Toys. If you want an opportunity to get this, we are doing the waffle now in the Facebook group. Don't tell my wife. If you try to join, make sure you reference you saw that on YouTube, you heard about the group on YouTube or from Kaiju Daddy, and we'll know that you are not some bot or the like. So we'll try to get you in accordingly. Look at that, man. You won. Even though you didn't join the stream, you still got something. So good for you. Good for you. All right. So let's remove that and let's get to some of the comments, some of the questions. Does anyone know if Ami will be putting up the miles? Also, any word on a brown suit Wolverine? No word on a brown suit Wolverine. They will be putting up the miles. The miles is a regular release, so that's not going to be an issue at all. I wouldn't worry about that. Do we need to check in with you for Christmas in July? You have 24 hours if you win to let me know that you won, that you know that you won, and you get to choose one of the prizes that will be in the pool. So you have to be able to tell me which prize you want. If you don't, I'm going to go to the runner-up, and the runner-up will be able to choose. So that's how it's going to work. We did not talk about Mezco Shaft. Do you want to talk to it? You want to talk about it? I haven't seen anything about it. So we would rather it be taller, but at the same time, we're optimistic that maybe the height will change. Maybe they'll come to their senses. But also it's its own line, right? It's going to be the Marvel versus Capcom. So if all the figures in the line are in scale, then it's not as much of a killer as just a standalone Cyclops being undersized would be.
It's going to be weird when all the other ones who are actually smaller than him. That's going to be fucking weird.
Yeah. But I mean, if you just have those figures from that line on a shelf, you don't mix and match. It's not.
Yeah, but even in itself, like seeing how small, because that looks more like 1/18 scale when you do
1/18.
I mean,
1/18.
Not 1/18. Yeah. Well, yeah, I mean it's small, so
I mean, he seems more. He's probably going to be more skilled to like, which is crazy because Figuarts is kind of all over the place, depending on the property, and most of the Dragon Ball stuff is around that height, I'd say.
Yeah. The question, because we are getting that Cyclops that was leaked, part of the stream, should we expect everything else to be true? Yeah. Again, like the guy, I vetted him. Like I knew who he was. I've kept an eye on what he said versus what came out, and this is over like a while, and it checked out. So if he's saying that certain things are going to be coming out or certain things are being worked on, you got to believe it. So he's not just connected where he is, he's connected in other places as well, and they talk, and he was kind enough to relay that information to us. So I would say everything we talked about is gonna release, I would say, unless they do a 180. Are they really releasing Shaft? Is this true?
Yeah, it's
not on their website.
Agent Gomez. It's like a 70s style. Looks almost like Shaft / like Black Dynamite.
They've already posted photos of it
On their Instagram. Yeah.
Really? Okay.
It's not on their website yet, though.
No, not on the website, but it's on their social media.
Listen, KJ, that's not for us. That's for Ryan. Ryan likes that stuff, not us.
Yeah.
What else was leaked besides Cyclops? Did you watch the video?
I just posted the video link again, just so.
Like,
Gotta watch
we
it.
were talking for like an hour and a half. When they bring out a new line, they usually show off 2 or 3 figures. Yep, right at the jump. Yep. So, do we think they're going to release all Marvel stuff from the get-go, or do you think they're going to do like 1, 1, and 1? You know what I mean? Like alternate. We have to at least get one Capcom figure in the first 3.
And you know what? If they do Capcom figures, I want them to do the other characters that, Jada, that Storm Arena isn't doing. Like we need a Strider, we need a Jin, like the Jill, like the Capcom fighting game style Jill. Those characters I want to see. Hey, they might even do a Mega Man. I mean, I know Jada has a pretty good one, so it's 3-0, but Figuarts Mega Man would be nice too.
Yep. They're doing Han and Chewie. Yep, that was what was leaked. Just can't remember, huh?
Yeah.
The final fight.
See, I want to see that. Some Hager guy, Cody. That'd be nice because I know a company made. I know. Well, the regular Storm did some Final Fight stuff, and there was another company. I can't remember who it was, but they did it in 1/18, and they did the same thing with Captain Commando 1/18 scale.
So Flamingo Sauce, you probably missed it when I addressed this. I heard, and I can only say I heard to protect the people involved. I heard that they're using Gamerverse and not Marvel versus Capcom because when you have the box and you have Marvel, you're paying royalties to Marvel. When you have Capcom on the box, you're paying royalties to Capcom. The companies are just saying, instead of paying royalties to 2 companies for no real reason other than just having that name, we'll call it Gamerverse and release the figures accordingly without paying both licenses at the same time. So it's a cost-saving maneuver by the toy companies to not have to pay 2 license fees for the same figure. That's all. Okay. Could also mean Spider-Man 2. Yeah, I mean, it could. Theoretically, it could, but they're just throwing that name instead of saying Marvel versus Capcom because it's based on a game. I mean, it's not going to be just this blanket line for games. They're just using that as a placeholder to avoid paying royalties to a different company. That's all.
Oh, that means we're gonna get like a really good, original cameo on this.
Yeah, most likely.
Yeah. So,
Which would be good. I mean, there's no shortage of Gokus, right? Like,
Right.
Jesus
No.
Christ.
they're not averse to doing that. So, yeah,
But
exactly.
like what Maurice Phillips says, that Gamerverse, that style logo, it seems like it's a Marvel thing because I mean it could, I mean who knows, but because Hasbro is using it for not just the Marvel versus Capcom stuff, but they use it for their Spider-Man game stuff. They use it for that terrible Avengers game with the two figures that came out. So like that's why I was kind of curious. So if they do Capcom figures,
Yeah, the two companies wouldn't be working in tandem.
yeah, they'd have to use something else, you know, or something.
just a
Their own
coincidence.
Gamerverse.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's just a coincidence. Yeah. Let you dream. All right, Jose. I'll let you dream. Funko. What?
No, yeah, I think Funko does use that same Gamerverse logo for like the Spider-Man and you know those Marvel game characters.
Yeah, so in that case, it would be smart for them to also do the Capcom side, and it would be a way for them to reset the Street Fighter line. If Storm is already doing alpha designs, do you think SHF would do the same? Maybe, but I mean, SHF is still kind of releasing figures just slowly from Street Fighter, you know? So they could do it for the Gamerverse, or they could do its own line. I don't know. It's possible.
It's weird because they already have like a Street Fighter, and I mean they kind of I don't know why they just wouldn't just add on to that and making. Well, we'll see how the Cyclops turn out, but because even the Chung Li, she's 14.5 centimeters, so. And this one's
so this one, I mean, there's validity there. A lot of the toy companies take their marching orders from the license holder. So it could be a style decided by Disney and Marvel. Could be.
Yeah.
Who knows? Who knows? Again, I have to get some Bondi people drunk and see if I can get myself a pocket watch and hypnotize them and get them to start spilling the beans. So, but we'll get Marvel TV guy on again, maybe towards the end of the year, after San Diego Comic-Con, after the Metacom event. We'll start talking about some other stuff, but I would expect almost everything, if not everything, to happen that he spoke about. The biggest surprise for me was the Shadows of the Empire stuff. The fact that Disney is pushing that property is kind of a little bit shocking. And as Al said, like, we've already started seeing that on the Hasbro side. So, you know, it takes Metacom a lot more time to kind of get things rolling versus Hasbro. They're behind the ball. So it makes sense.
Yeah.
I wonder if there's a chance that they'll overwhelm us with the same amount of 2-packs next time they announce Gamerverse figures.
I think so.
We're talking about Hasbro?
Talking about Hasbro. Yeah.
Yeah, Hasbro.
Yeah,
I think it's going to be their thing for Marvel vs. Capcom.
Yeah.
That Juggernaut's supposed to come out soon.
Oh, he's going up on pre-order this week. Yeah.
Yeah, on Wednesday, I think. I need that.
Might take some effort to get them drunk. I got my ways. We'll see. Pray that Mafex does chrome for Colossus and the angel wings. Yeah, not just silver paint. Yeah. Again, I'm holding out for translucent plastic for Iceman. To me,
Yeah.
that would be what I want. I don't want paint. I want it. I'm not gonna say no, but I don't want it. I want translucent. So, all right. I guess we'll end the stream there. We're 4 minutes shy of 3 hours. So, Darek, I know it's way past your bedtime.
Yeah, I'm about to die soon.
We can tell. So, again, as I get more information around here and there, I'll pass it along. We'll have our next stream a week from now where we do 6 figures a month. We'll be showcasing all the awesome figures that we picked up over the past month. And we'll be joined by the Kaiju Kitty, none other than the Kaiju Kitty, helping to show us what he's grabbed over the past month. So for everybody who's watched, we appreciate it. Really do. Darek, thanks for joining. Thanks for staying awake.
Yeah.
Al's always a trooper.
Yes, sir.
So, again, everyone, take care, be good, and we'll see you all next time.
See ya.
All right, guys.